Welcome to it, sports fans. It is the MKT Show. 26th of May. Feels good to be alive. Moving and grooving, trying to stay young. That's what I decided this morning. I got to try and stay young. You know what I'm saying? It's been a good day. Up and down this morning. Getting the show going. James has got the show going. Garabo was here. They got the show going. They fixed stuff. I got here. It was all ready. It's just a good feeling, having competent people in 2021. It's a very, very good feeling. Big news. I'm still reeling from the fact that I have Netflix. Have not watched a second. They have my money now. I haven't even watched 1 second of Netflix. Not even. I barely looked at the app. I barely looked at the app. So they have my money. But the nice thing about Netflix, it's kind of like you're dating. It's not a marriage. It's not messy to get out of. I could just cancel it tomorrow. And no extra charge. No need for a prenup. No need for any of that. Just get out of it. Which is good for a bachelor. Believe you me, it is nice to not be committed all the way. Kind of committed. Not really. Kind of committed. Am I going to get Amazon Prime? TBD. Can't have everything. Some people have everything. I'm not alone today. A man who, great beard, conditions too much, doesn't quite know what to do in terms of conditioning. Made this mistake, I think twice now. Conditioned too much the first time. Conditioned too late before yesterday. Doesn't understand the world of hair conditioning. What he does understand is coffee influencing. What he does understand is that COVID changed everything, and he understands that deeply. What he does understand is that middle-class life is not easy, because nice problems are still real problems. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, big-time producer, on-air talent, graphic designer, after aficionado, Saint Stidient drama legend, and film school legend of Saint Stidient, James Jimbo Ellingsley.
How am I expected to live up to such an introduction?
You like that, James?
I just feel like I'm... Am I that? All those things?
You know what, James? You got to appreciate people. See, I appreciate you.
I can tell.
Because my old lady always says you should praise people while they're still alive, right? Because life's hard. But she always says she gets annoyed with funerals because people always praise people at funerals, right? Like they're always so nice. Like, he was a father, a son, and a husband. But when the person was alive, why didn't you tell them? So I'm a very demanding person, as you know.
You have your moments at about 10:30 at night.
I'm always on, right? I'm super demanding. But I am willing to praise people when they do good things. And I appreciate the people in my life. Because working's hard. I'm a demanding person. But if you're in my life and we're working together, your job's hard. So you don't have an easy job. But when you do a good job and you are all these things, I'm going to praise you.
Live on the show, huh?
And I will say thank you for hard work, I'm a demanding person.
That did bring a little bit of warmth to my heart.
Excellent. You are all those things, James. What I didn't say was you are the third favorite Ilsley son. Because I can't just give you good news. That's not how life works, James. You need to grow up, pal. Can't just be all honey and daffodils. You know what I'm saying?
I still am a firm believer that I'm the favorite child.
The belief and reality are not always the same thing. Yeah, I'm saying, James. But what's more important is how are you doing today?
I'm great.
Man, that's
it's
good to hear.
Wednesday. Almost the weekend.
There's only 3 more days left.
I know. But this is hump day.
Okay, you're
over the hump. And then you got to, I've been busy this past couple of sort of weeks or so in the evenings. In
a personal sense, work sense? I mean, what's the vibe?
Work,
huh?
Doing some work stuff.
Just grinding it out, James.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to, going home tonight and just actually sitting down for once and not going home, pulling out my laptop and then doing a whole bunch of other things.
Hey, in the biz you're working, you never know.
Exactly.
Tonight might, you know how this game goes.
I do.
When was the last time you saw your lady? I mean, are you becoming that workaholic guy who doesn't spend any time with his beloved, alleged beloved partner, because we still don't know if she's real.
Do I look like the workaholic type?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. I don't want to presume anything. You don't have to answer it, James. If you're not comfortable answering it, I don't want to put you in a position here.
You see,
no good answer. No good answer in the history of humanity has ever started with all due respect. And you see.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm not going to put you in that position, James. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad you're having a good day.
Glad to be here.
We got some stuff cooking in the background. If today we have a little meeting after work, we're going to go look at some stuff. Hey, we might have some big news later this week. Maybe next week. Who knows? Maybe end of this month. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
we may or may not.
Hopefully we can drop that.
Yeah, this is a tease though. We may or may not. We might have big news. We might have good news. We might not.
Remember that time we had big news about a month ago?
Yeah.
And then that just kind of died. And we never sort of spoke about that ever again.
Well, it was a tease. It was just a long tease. You know what I mean?
But now for real, these teasers actually have some substance to them.
Here's the thing. When you get engaged, you don't get married immediately, right? It's like a year tease and then you have the wedding. So that's how you got to do it. Kind of string them out. Keep them wanting more.
So hopefully got some big news.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah, because I was trying to explain to James a little bit earlier. He didn't like it when I said it. Was that you have to be open to bad news.
Yes.
Like the example I used for James was you have to be open to the fact that your best friend could be having an affair with your girlfriend. Now, James did not like that. It offended his face immediately. I could see what he was going through until I explained the whole thing. But, you know, you have to be open that we are either going to announce some big news or we're not. And you need to be okay with both.
Either or.
You know what I'm saying?
Either way, there will be news at some point.
The news is constantly happening. There is news. Yeah, there is news on planet Earth is what you're saying.
Yeah, every day.
All right.
Wake up to whatever radio station you listen to on.
Nobody listens to radio. It's a podcast now.
I was going to say a thing and then I realized where I was sitting.
Yeah, radio and the video star are dead.
Because video killed
Or is it radio? Radio star, hey?
Video killed the
radio
star, yeah.
Ah, it didn't work. I missed it.
You could have just said the radio star's dead and then because video killed it.
Ah, that's what I should have said.
Yeah.
You're a good broadcaster, James. Good to have you here, pal.
I try.
Good to have you here. Sitting next to him, a man who has made it very clear that he doesn't do small talk. He will not indulge anybody who dares to insult his intelligence with anything beneath the existential crisis caused by an overpopulation. Are we perhaps destroying the oceans? Is plastic murder? What is the essence of life? You know, Socrates said, what does it mean to be human? And he understands all of these questions, James, because he does not do small talk.
No, he doesn't.
He's thinking to himself, Eratosthenes, who's that? Forget him. I only do big talk. Eratosthenes, loser. Lived 3,000 years ago anyway. What is it? What did he know?
We actually engaged in some small talk before you came into the studio.
And he hated it every second, James, because he's made it clear now that I will not. I hate it. His words, verbatim, don't shoot the messenger. I hate small talk. You know what? Let me give him, I'm not going to use any poetic license. Let me quote him verbatim. I don't want to lie. I hate small talk. A man who still to this day, it is rumored, will never go to another Mother's Day lunch in his life. In his life. According to my sources this year, he refused to wake up for his own mother's.
When was the last time someone laughed at
Happy
that
Mother's
joke?
Day lunch. Hey, I'm just telling you what happened.
Okay.
This happened.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't
Okay.
listen. I'm not as fast as Usain Bolt. Does that hurt my feelings? Yes. It's true every day. Doesn't have to be funny. A man who does not like the fact that superhero movies are not rated as the number one thing to ever be made into an art form. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only. You may be thinking, oh my goodness, is that Alex Iwobi? It's not. It is not. It is Karabo. K-Dog. What's happening, Karabo? Let's go, bro. Let's go, pal.
He wasn't keen on it.
No, it's small talk, dude.
No. That introduction. Why? Why the disrespect at this? It's so early in the day. Jesus.
Yes, my son.
Why?
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Why?
Whoa.
Like, why?
What's up, Karabo?
Why
Tell
the
me
bad
about it.
introduction?
Let's hear it. What was bad about it? What was untrue? I mean, tell the people.
Well, yeah, sure, I hate small talk, but I think everybody really does. They just don't say it. because they don't offend anybody.
Sure.
Um,
And you're right, we're just offending everyone.
hey, I'm okay with that. Really, I don't care.
Listen, Karabo, you are dead. Everybody is entitled to be offended. But don't make this mistake. Just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. I think that's what Karabo's saying is
Yeah.
he's not here to make you happy, dude. He's here to live his life and look like Alex Iwobi is basically what you're saying, huh?
Okay. Also,
Yeah.
Alex Iwobi stuff. Wow. I thought about it the day that I wasn't on the show, and this is something based off of a hairstyle and possibly very casual racism. Like, I don't look like him at all. I don't know where you got this from.
I can't say
It's
anything yet.
absurd.
Yeah.
It's-
James might be racist, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm not speaking about James.
But
I'm
James
speaking
isn't
about the person
racist.
I'm looking to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I can't say anything because I feel like this is a
The black eye issue.
yeah, no.
Too late. Too late. Too late.
Gotcha.
No, I meant like a you guys issue.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Oh, you people.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
You people.
Wow, James, tendencies there.
God.
All right, Karabo, so you're saying I'm racist because you look like Alex Iwobi.
Slightly. I'm just like, no, there is no resemblance. If I'm bald, I don't look like Alex Iwobi.
Have you seen Alex Iwobi bald?
Hey, have you? No.
No. So then that makes your statement even more ridiculous. So you've never seen him bald.
I'm just saying, since when do you base a lookalike off a hairstyle?
No, and bone structure and skin
Hey.
tone. You've got a beautiful.
I can see the skin tone.
Karabo,
I can
you've
see
got
skin
a
tone.
beautiful African tone, man.
Don't.
Oh,
Don't
you
do
are a
this.
sexy hot
Don't
chocolate
do
man.
this now,
You
okay?
and that West African. Plus, you're a big dude. I mean, Karabo, you can't see it
West?
now. What are you, 6'2"?
I'm
You're just shorter
5'11". I'm 5'11".
5'11", so footy's just shorter than you. Hey, James?
Yeah, you're not that much.
You are
shorter
not
than
5. I'm 5'11", dude. I'm 179 centimeters. You
I'm
are taller than
I'm
me.
180 centimeters.
Which is what, 6 foot? Well, what's 6 foot? 182.
No, I'm 5'11", technically.
Well, you're here. Then you carry your height well. I don't know what you're doing. Are you walking in your tippy toes the whole time? You're quite a bit taller than me. Hey, James?
A little bit, yeah.
He's cool.
Away.
And by the way, still growing, Karabo, in denial, but that's fine. Alex Iwobi, then again, it was a bad end to the season. Lost 5-0 to Everton. A lot of it was your fault. I watched the highlights. So that's cool, dude. That's
I
cool.
mean, you haven't seen the two of us in a room together. Fair enough. Right?
Yeah.
No, right?
That's two
Yeah.
things. I've never seen Alex Iwobi bald, and I've never seen the two of you in a room together.
Yeah. So,
So
hey,
you don't think you look like Alex Iwobi, huh?
no.
It's not up to you how to say what you look like. We will
Yeah.
tell you. The
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
will decide. James, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe I'm slightly offended because it's Alex Iwobi.
Also, you know what? The truth sometimes slightly offends us. It's like my mom used to say, you don't study hard enough. And I used to go back at her because actually I knew she was right. You know, sometimes when people tell you something you're not ready to hear and it's too true.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody says you're lazy and you're like, oh, you get the hell out of here. You don't know me anyway. Immediately you want to attack them. It's kind of what happened there a little bit, Karabo. And I feel you, brother.
Okay. On to the show.
I feel you.
I feel like Dr. Phil. You guys are just having it out in front of me.
Well, James, you had some slightly racist tendencies earlier, so I might as well say you are Dr. Phil because you're just a white guy. You know what I'm saying? You see how easy it is, James? That was tough for Karabo. He's not enjoying being Alex Iwobi, huh?
I don't think he is. Is there a footballer you would enjoy being more?
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
No.
Do you know what, Karabo? I've changed my mind. You look a little bit like Jean-Arne Risa since we're going there.
What about Iniacho? What's his name?
Iheanacho.
Yeah, that one.
But he doesn't
No.
have dreads. He doesn't have dreads. So
He did have dreads.
No.
I'm sure he did.
No. Karabo wouldn't have. Plus, he doesn't look like him.
Second strike.
Different
more
build,
racism.
different build.
James.
Yeah. And they don't all look the same, James. Yeah, it's a bit tough. You've had a tough start here to the show. I would say, I think Risa, dude.
John Arisa?
What do you think? Splitting image, really. If do you know what? If Karabo and Jean-Arne Risa had committed a crime and they were standing next to each other, and I was a policeman, I wouldn't know who to shoot. It's so
I
difficult
doubt that
to
one.
tell.
I highly,
It's like
highly doubt
which
a
one of you?
policeman wouldn't know which one to shoot.
Well, you look like Risa. You could be a Norwegian guy because you don't like the Iwobi thing. I'm trying to pander to what you'd like to look like.
Yes.
So is there anyone? Halle Berry. Who would you
Yeah.
like to look like?
David Beckham.
I look like me. God damn it.
Okay, let's do a who does Karabo look like? We'll do a couple. And we'll see how you respond to it.
It's a no across the board.
Famed Oscar actress Alison Janney.
Not familiar.
Okay, so not her. You don't know Alison Janney either. Terrific actor. She's very, very tall. Very, very tall. Like Garabo. Okay. Famed Hollywood star Woody Harrelson.
I can see some Woody Harrelson.
Thank God you said Harrelson.
Woody Allen?
No.
Doesn't wear glasses.
No.
Dude. Don't be ridiculous. He doesn't.
Among other things. Yeah. No.
No, it's just about the look. Don't worry about any other stuff. So Woody Harrelson, would you be happy with that as a comp?
No. Can we stop this? Let's just get it rolling.
Who's the other lady, man? She was in the movie with Sandra Bullock, I think.
That helps.
The black lady, biggish girl.
Oh. I like how that.
Oh, not biggish. She is big. She's full on.
Octavia Spencer.
Yes, Octavia Spencer. I think you got a little bit of Octavia Spencer going.
No, stop it. Man. Stop this.
All right, Garabo's never happy. It's because he doesn't do small talk. A lot of this is small talk. You know what I'm saying?
What classifies as big talk?
Yeah, guy. These are the questions. Garabo, before we get into it, a lot of people want to know. People on the streets saying, what classifies as big talk? James, big journalism.
I'll try.
I don't know. Go down whatever rabbit hole the conversation takes you in.
No, but what if it's small talk at the beginning? Then you're not going down that rabbit hole.
Probably not. Small talk, and I understand where you're coming from. I myself am being close-minded by closing off small talk, which would, in some instances, lead on.
But I didn't say that. You're saying that.
Okay, well, I'm saying that then.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know. Small talk is just so... It's just one of those things. Why am I human type thing? Like, only humans do this stupid thing called small talk.
Well, only humans can talk from what we know.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Garabo, I feel you do.
It's so dumb to me. I just think it's ridiculous. We don't need to do this high everyday thing. Like, for one, this high everyday, I don't like it. I know you have to do it. It's courtesy and all that. But it just feels after some time like, I saw you yesterday. I've seen you for the past week. You get the pattern.
Sure.
Get with the program.
Yeah.
You know?
So just...
I don't know.
So then you're putting me in a position though. Garabo. Okay, let's fast forward 5 years. You've met a beautiful lady.
Okay, so it's fiction. Go on.
Oh, okay. You met an ugly lady. That's fine. I'm happy for your...
Wait, I got it. You met someone of the gender you're interested in.
You've met a human being that you spend time around for an extended period of time. Let's water right down.
No, okay. About that.
Hypothetically. We're doing hypothetical.
Sure. Yeah.
Because it's an analogy. This isn't... Garabo. This isn't really happening now. I can see the terror in your eyes. You don't have a girlfriend. That's not actually happening right now. Or boyfriend, by the way. Whatever it is.
Okay.
5 years' time.
Why don't you use the word partner? It's less words.
Yeah, why didn't you use the word partner?
No.
MKT?
I just have this problem with people. I don't know. Boyfriend, girlfriend, partner. It's safe. It's neutral. I don't know. Tend to gravitate towards using non-binary pronouns with most things these days.
Garabo, you spend time with a Homo sapien over an extended period of time because that's as neutral as it gets, actually. Because partners also, I'm putting you in a box there. There is a Homo sapien, right? This is all hypothetical. They spend time with you for 5 years. You guys eventually... Okay, the sort of social agreement that you two have where you guys stay together in the same space, we call it a house, but I don't know what you call it, so I don't really want to box you in, but we call it a house. You guys have an arrangement where you stay around each other for about 4 or 5 years. And then that social agreement, which isn't actually a tacit agreement signed, it's just more of a sort of presumed understanding where people, it's been happening for millennia now, where they spend time around each other and people associate them as a pair. But anyway, I know that's a bit of a box for you, but imagine that happens and then all of a sudden that's not happening anymore. And I just presumed things were going well in your life. And then after that, do I just not say, how are things going after that? Do I just say, hey, Garabo, by the way, dude, you left your socks on the floor. Deal with that. Also, by the way, pay your taxes. Like, pay your taxes. I don't even care how you're doing. Is that how we're rolling from now? Because happy to do it. It's just, you know, you've set a rather high bar here for sort of.
It's a lot to unpack.
You're like Elon Musk. He's wasting time because he's talking about androids and sort of us being in a simulator. Rubbish. Garabo's way ahead of that. Maybe he's an alien like Elon Musk. And we're wasting his time. And all he's waiting for is for Musk to actually get to Mars so he can return to his planet. James, you have to be open to these things.
How does that make you feel?
Doesn't.
It's small talk.
Anyway.
Oh, I forgot.
Small talk. It's tiny. It's the smallest talk in the world. All right. K-Dog, good to have you here, dude. I might even get an Everton shirt because you look so much like Iwobi, dude.
Waste your own money. Go for it.
Maybe a Nigeria top. I should get a Nigeria top.
Nigeria shirts are dope.
The new one is sick. They've
Those
gone
are
back
cool.
to that 1994 look. Very cool. All right, Super Eagle star Alex Iwobi joining us in the studio. Feels good. And he
Feels
will not.
good, huh?
We will, this is the end of small talk, James. Everything from now on, the lowest we will go is how the hell can humanity become more civilized? That is the small talk we will have on this show. What is civilization? Is simplicity the highest form of sophistication, James?
But what if it's like a Monday and like I had a long Sunday night working and then I'm just not in the mood to have such in-depth conversation?
James, please, it's small talk. It's small talk. So you're having a little bit of an existential
Then
crisis.
don't talk.
Do you matter?
Then don't talk.
I have to talk.
No, that's what he does for a living.
Yeah, but it's just for a small chunk of your day.
It's 2
Right.
hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't help it if
Okay.
those in-depth topics come up in the show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, but small talk.
Small talk.
Small talk. Okay, Garabo. He will bring the fire. Ladies and gentlemen, a sports show, which, wow, that went somewhere else.
Also, one last thing
Yes.
that I need to mention.
It better not be
Um,
small talk. I will be furious.
So,
He's like, this weather, huh?
Yes, Garabo.
So, your whole point with marriage there, something being tradition, something.
Who
just,
said marriage?
Okay, you didn't say. We know what
I
you
said
were.
you were spending time with Homo sapien in a social contract, which in time
Okay,
build a
you know
bond,
what?
which has been
Okay.
happening for millennia,
Stick
and it's
to
not
the-
actually.
Okay.
and I
okay,
did.
Okay. Stick to
I
the
choose
day
my
job.
word-
You're not a stand-up comedian.
I choose my words very deliberately. Don't paraphrase me. Say exactly what I said verbatim. I said you don't sign a tacit agreement, which we call a contract, because I know you don't like to be in a box. So I said you are just around that person.
Let's just drop it. I'm over this. I'm so over this.
I wonder how many shows it's going to take for Karabo to actually
Lose my head.
like just walk off.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
That's. I mean, it can't be long because we do small talk quite a bit on this show.
we do. Like, how was your weekend?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Garab, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. That is the last time. What are we talking about today? Football. Kane. We're going to talk a little bit of Harry Kane. There's news out about him at the moment. Man, it's all happening there. And it's the Euros now. By the way, before we get into it, actually, Spain's squad,
Dude.
having not a single Real Madrid player is one of the most hilarious things in the world. And you know what makes it even better? So a lot of people may or may not know the story. Luis Enrique, famous, of course, for playing, he did the devil's move, right? He did the devil's move. Remember, he started off at Real Madrid, ended up going to Barcelona. So you do that, problemos.
Sorry, buddy.
So in that, because he is hated by Real Madrid, by the way, they cannot stand the sight of him. The way he moved, it was unsavory. He kind of tricked Real Madrid into believing he was coming back. You can go and look up that story. I think this is a little bit of revenge, my friend. Not a single Real Madrid player. You know what was cracking about it?
The fact that they chose a Brighton and Hove player over any Real Madrid player.
I can almost live with that. Talk to me about an 18-year-old Rodri who definitely will not play. At no stage will he play. Are you telling me Isco and Asensio cannot get in that, just on the bench? They can't even be in the squad. But an 18-year-old Rodri, who I like, can't get in the squad. Man, this is going to get ugly. I don't know if you saw Sergio Ramos come out on social
He
media.
did. I saw it coming, though, because
Is-
Ramos is not scared to open his
Is that a part of social media with James? I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, it wasn't going to be.
Okay,
But the Spain and England squad were going to be.
fantastic. Okay, so we'll get into it a little bit later.
Yeah.
All right, that's a little tease then,
There you go.
because I want that segment
Just
to be James.
know-
I don't know if you know, the youngsters are saying this. Karabo, you might not know this either. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. Are the youngsters saying that?
Yes.
They are saying it. I knew it. James, Karabo, good to have you here. Let's get into the show. All right. You can kill that music, James.
Oh, we can just say that.
Yeah, it's my show. I can say it.
Yeah,
It's my show. No,
So
it's no one else. No one else can say it.
So
So
social
then to be
media-
broken, sure.
Social media with James has the music.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Yeah, no, but this is not your place to come and say. I mean, if I say it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My name on the show. All right, let's get into it. Harry Kane.
Initials.
So there's been quite a bit of talk, Harry Kane, in the show. I spoke about it a little bit before, about what he should do, what he'll get into, a little bit of the speculation. Nice interview with Gary Neville. You never really hear Harry speak. So he is the ultimate statesman, and for me, the perfect captain for England. But one thing I know, as I'm getting older, and you probably see it in the school environment and in universities, is that men want credit for stuff. But women want credit too, but it's not the same. And as I get older, I see it. So men want credit, but they want people to see you giving them credit. Guaranteed. They won't admit it. Egos are a big thing. I'm very much this way inclined. But men want credit. And it's not enough to just get the credit. You need to give me an award. Show me that you care. Pay me more money. Give me the corner office. Women, slightly different. Slightly more mature. Slightly more in the background. They'll take the credit, but they don't need it to be on a poster. They don't need to be in a magazine. But men want the credit. And the tough thing about value, as I work in business and I'm around people, the tough thing about the ego, the male ego, I can only speak for men, I'm not a woman, is that actually most people's egos, it's really tough to show someone how much you value them. Yes, you can pay them a little bit of money, but it's never quite enough. Otherwise, CEOs wouldn't move, footballers wouldn't move. Money's never quite enough, especially for men. They want the whole lot. I want the corner office, and I want the money, and I want the recognition, and I want the right table at the AGM. It's an ego thing. It's really, really tough to measure how much you mean to somebody, especially as a man. It's really, really hard, right? And in this Harry Kane situation, my only warning would be, and I see it all the time in my life, people move because it's mundane, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's just the same. She's just the same. My partner is just the same. My life's just fine. And people make this mistake all the time. And we're human. We'll continue to make this mistake. People try and be happier than happy. Right? Everyone's looking for meaning in this Instagram psychology world. And people talk about work-life balance. And I don't feel like my partner's connecting with me all the time. Most of life is mundane. And it's okay to just be content. But not in today's world, because we're always searching. More connection, more. That's tough. Listen, I'm going to say this once, and I'll say it a million times. Don't try and be happier than happy. It's a mistake that people make all the time. If you're happy, enjoy it. Because it's not everywhere. Happiness is rare. Contentment is extremely rare. But when we have it, we always want to move on. There's always something out there that we're chasing. And before we move on to Harry Kane, let me tell you the last thing you want to be in life. And we've just seen a couple of examples of it. You never want to be the guy after the guy. Harry Kane, rumored to be leaving Spurs. Right, that's all in the papers. Let me tell you something. Harry Kane's going nowhere. He knows it. I know it. And if you're an adult, you know it. He's a smart guy. He's a shrewd operator. And players do this all the time, especially the creme de la creme. Because he's been empowered. He's the England captain. He has more money than you could ever imagine. His deals, when you're England captain, your deals run forever and everybody wants to put you everywhere. He's not going anywhere. The Gary Neville interview is really negotiating through the media. What he's telling Daniel Levy is, I'm not going to put up with some of the stuff that's happening now, is now I want to say. So the next manager, I want to say. Because with Mourinho, I didn't get a go. The next manager, we talk about it. And there's probably 5 or 6 players he's thinking, get these guys and get rid of some of this nonsense that's happening. I'm not having Aurier at right back next season again. The Raheem thing's not going to work at left back. Keep Son and you center the team around us. But I'm going to give you 5 reasons why he's going nowhere. He's a smart grown-up. Let me tell you something about grown-ups. Real grown-ups. He knows he'll never be loved anywhere else like he is now. He is Tottenham. He is everything Tottenham. He knows. He's smart. Harry's smart. If anything, he's the pro's pro. and he's made good decisions. Number 2, if he goes to Man City, we all think these dynasties last forever. They don't. I've told you before. There's only two squads that have gone 3 in a row. They were both Fergie's teams. Nobody does 3 in a row. Don't think that you're going to go 3 seasons winning the league title in a row. You're not. Not even Pep with all the money in the world. 2 seasons, fall off a cliff. 2 seasons, fall off a cliff. Mourinho, Pep, same cycle. Pep Guardiola, folks, is an intense person. I'm an intense person. Let me just tell you something. They don't last very long in environments. People want to move on and get away from them. People think everything's perfect at Man City. It is not. Playing with Pep Guardiola, there's a reason it was only 3 seasons at Barcelona last time. What happened in year 4? Mourinho retired him. Bayern Munich, 3 seasons. They got rid of him. I know people think Man City's going to last forever. It's not. It's not how business works. It's not how life works. Intense people are grinding. You go to Man City, he leaves, it ain't the same. That team is built to be run by Pep Guardiola. He leaves, Harry Kane is trapped. Next manager comes in. By the way, Gabriel Jesus is still Brazil's number 9. Do not think that's going anywhere. He's 23. So do not think that it's perfect at Man City. By the way, you go there, it's not you're not beloved like a Tottenham. Number 3, everybody says go to Man United. What evidence do I have that Oli knows how to manage big personalities? There's no evidence. There's no evidence that Man United are going to win anything. There is 0 evidence of that at all. He goes there, it falls apart. By the way, by December, the Bruno Fernandes thing, I like it. I love Bruno. I think he's the best they've had in a long time. What happens if by December, it's all falling apart? I know everything's perfect now. Lindelof, not so great. You're going to have to get another defender who's probably from a different league. We've all seen what happens in the Premier League. Not everybody's Ruben Diaz. So it's not perfect at United either. You go there, and that's still a rebuilding club. Harry Kane is turning 28 years old. He has no time to rebuild. He has 0 time to be in a rebuild. He needs to go to a club that's ready to win now. Nothing about Oli tells me he's ready to win the title. Nothing. There is nothing about Man United where you can say to me, in all honesty, he goes there, they win the title. So be very careful. I'm not sure they're that much closer than Tottenham to a title. I'm not sure. People will say, yes, they came second 2 years in a row. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. So be very, very careful of that move. But let me tell you something else about men. Reason number 4 is when men have to move and they're the star where they were before, right? After that, I'll tell you what men don't respond well to is not being the star and getting the credit elsewhere. It's a big problem. There's no guarantee when Harry Kane moves that he'll enjoy not being on all the advertising, not being consulted by management, not being viewed as Captain Harry. Because he goes to Man City, by the way, he's the fourth or 5th best player. He's just another guy. Men need credit. He loves being called Captain Harry. They love him at Tottenham. He loves that. He goes to Man City. He's just another dude. They've got Mahrez. They've got Bernardo Silva. They've got Cancelo. They've got Ruben Diaz. They've got Edison. Bona fide stars who have won things over and over and over. He's just another dude. And I know everybody thinks, oh, no, he's just going to go there and fit into the culture perfectly. I saw what happened with Jose Mourinho. Pep's just as intense. It's not perfect going there. And his personality type may not work there. It takes a certain type of player to play for Pep Guardiola. Zlatan could not hack it. Samuel Eto'o could not hack it. Yaya Toure could not hack it. So don't think that's going to be perfect. And the last one, I said it before. Folks, it's tough. If you're a Man United fan, you'll know this. David Moyes had to follow Alex Ferguson. You never want to be that guy. You never want to be the guy who follows the guy. You know what you want to be is you want to be the guy who follows the guy who follows the guy. You can imagine the pressure to replace Sergio Aguero. And he probably wear the number 10 as well. It's not perfect. Personally, I don't think Harry Kane is leaving. He's not leaving. He's negotiating through the media. It's a tremendous, tremendous power play. And I think he'll stay at Spurs. And here's why you stay. Yes, the Twitter heads will tell you this, that, the other. Daniel Levy's a great owner. They've got a sensational new stadium. Stay there. You're going to get the record. We're going to build the team around you. Because what he's looking for is the Premier League record. Now, I don't think he's going to get it because I think the injuries are going to be a problem. But no other place gives you the opportunity to constantly play every single game, even if you're injured. If you think he goes to Man City, gets injured, comes back and struggles, and Pep won't pull him off because he's got Brazil's number 9 on the bench, you're crazy. Pep Guardiola didn't play Sergio Aguero at the beginning, by the way, at his peak. He said, you don't run enough. Aguero figured it out, and eventually, 10, 15 games into Pep's first season, they figured it out. Harry Kane doesn't want that. He wants to be valued, and he'll stay at Spurs. Trust me. Spurs are a great business. They're a great organization. He needs stability. Harry Kane doesn't want to be a villain. He doesn't strike me as the type of guy who wants to be a villain. He leaves. He goes to Man City. He's that guy now. It works for certain personality types. I'm not sure he's cut out for it. I'm not sure. His behavior tells me he's not. He's the perfect model citizen. He goes to City. It is a big problem for his entire brand. Don't try and be happier than happy. That's all I'm saying. It's not about Harry Kane's quality. It's this presumption that taking a star and putting him somewhere else will work immediately. James Ilsley knows this incredibly well, right? And I do on the other side of the table. Everybody said Fernando Torres to Chelsea was a surefire thing. And it was never the quality thing with Torres. It's the personality clash as well when he got there. You must remember Drogba was still there. Shevchenko was still there. That's not for everyone. You think of Fernando Torres for his whole life. For his whole life, he was the best player at the club.
That's my damn boy.
He was the captain at Atletico Madrid at 19 years old. Torres never knew a single day of not being beloved and the golden child at a club. He came to Liverpool. I love Steven Gerrard. He was the best player. He came to Liverpool and took you to another level immediately.
Fernando Torres was my damn boy.
But then he came to Chelsea. It was the first time in his life where, dude, we don't care who you are.
Yeah.
We don't care if you cost 50. I'm Andrei Shevchenko. I'll come tell you. No special treatment yet, Chief. You're late. Drogba, Ballack, we've done things without you. In fact, you're no one to us. Don't tell us what you did at Atletico. No one cares. I'm Ashley Cole. I won 5 FA Cups before you got here, pal. Listen, people always think it's easy to go to those environments. It is not. Especially if you've been coddled your whole life. Harry Kane is a direct comparison. I'm telling you right now to Fernando Torres. Torres was coddled his whole life. The wonder child at Atletico Madrid. Basically the savior at Liverpool. Why is no one paying any attention to me and I'm injured now at Chelsea? Because we don't care. I'm Claude Makelele. I've got racks on racks. Who are you? But at Atletico, at Liverpool, whatever you need, Torres will do it. At Spurs right now, and I'm pretty sure people have been in these work environments, and I know people who have, in their current job, they always say, I feel like I've outgrown this place. They move to another job, and now your boss actually, why are you late? At your other job where you were the star salesman or whatever you were, they kind of let you get away with it. Hungover on Monday, no problem. You get to a new job that you thought, I was too good for the other place. Now you're not a star anymore. Nobody cares. They hold you accountable. These things are different. Harry probably does adverts and stuff like that at Spurs. I'm taking training off today. Telling you, it happens all the time in football. You let your stars get away with it. You think, listen, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I'm not sure if you know this story, at Barcelona with Pep Guardiola. This is the type of guy you're dealing with. Zlatan would pitch up in his Ferrari at Barcelona, and he'd pitch in that car. And it's he says it in his book. And Pep said to him, step in my office. This is Barcelona. We don't drive that car here. Because Audi was the sponsor, right? So Zlatan came the next day in his Ferrari. Pep said, we don't do this here. This is Barcelona. Here are the keys for an Audi, a company car. Zlatan did it the third time. He never spoke to him again. And in that summer window, he was gone. Zlatan said that in his book, I Am Zlatan, if you haven't read it. Don't think going to Pep is the best manager and it's all la-di-da and he's going to tolerate stuff and privileges you had at Tottenham. Ain't going to happen. And I know men love credit and to be pampered and their ego stroked. And everybody thinks Harry Kane's this perfect. Man said he's a different animal. Be very, very careful. I'd be very, very careful. What would you do if you were Harry Kane?
Absolutely not go to City.
Where would you go?
I'm actually very glad you said what you said, because I feel the exact same way. If he goes to City, he's just going to be the guy. No, he's not going to be the guy. He's just going to be a guy. He's not going to be Captain Harry anymore. And I just feel like he's still going to score goals and stuff at City, but, they've got Brazil's number 9. They've got Phil Foden. They've got Ruben Diaz. All of these other players that are putting in world-class performances every week. And then you bring Harry Kane into the mix, who, is capable of a world-class performance, but is also capable of absolutely not being anywhere during a game.
It's tough. And Pep's not going to center the team around him.
No.
And Harry's never had to deal with it.
Yeah. This is currently at Tottenham, it's the Harry Kane show featuring like
Son. Yeah, as the backup singer.
If he goes to City, it's still going to remain like the Pep show, but it's going to be featuring Phil Foden.
Yeah.
Or, John
Stones, going to be
or
part of the ensemble.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, Karabo's a Man United fan. So
lol.
would you take Harry? What are your thoughts on Harry Kane? Like, number one, would you take him as a United fan? Do you want him?
Of course I want him.
So you take him?
Of course.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I would take him. Are we going to get him? Absolutely not.
You don't think so?
No.
I think there'd be a big personality clash if Kane went to United.
With who?
Huge.
Mason Greenwood.
I think a couple of players. Paul Pogba, obviously.
Pogba? What do you think, Karab?
I don't think that. Maybe Pogba, but I also think how much of that is fact, like this whole personality thing, how much of that is manufactured, how much do we know? Maybe Pogba's like the best guy ever to work with, and he's just been screwed by the media. I don't know.
I forgot you're Pogba's number 1 fan.
Hey? No. Yeah. Well, yeah, of course I'm a fan of his, but that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Since when do we trust the media to shape people's personalities?
Illuminati. No, but so what? Are you saying Harry Kane, leave, stay? Well, what are your thoughts there?
I would love him to join, but very much what's best for him, probably stay, in my opinion.
Yeah.
For everything, I concur with most things you said, really, because he is Spurs. And goodness, because if he finishes his career at Spurs at the rate he's at now, he will, like, you think Alan Shearer, you think Newcastle.
Sure.
It'll be, you think Harry Kane, you think Spurs.
Yeah.
But if this goes south, Fernando Torres, like you said. So, stay is what I think the best decision is.
I do think Spurs are capable of winning silverware. It's just a matter of getting over the line. They made a Champions League final 2 seasons ago.
It's so true. Like, people, it's because of YouTube. We forget that.
Yeah.
They were in the I mean, I think the Champions League is probably the second hardest. I think it's harder to win the Premier League just because it's longer.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
But the Champions League is it, right? Like, they were just in the final.
Exactly.
The way we're talking about Tottenham, we're talking about them like
they were in a cup final this season.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yes.
Honestly,
Fired the manager though.
I think Tottenham are capable of winning silverware. I just think it's not a Harry Kane problem. I think it's more of a creating the ensemble problem that Tottenham have.
What if? So you're Harry Kane, Garau.
Okay.
I mean, you're obviously Alex Iwobi, but this is hypothetical.
Sure.
Real Madrid come knocking, right? They pay the price that Levy wants. Do you go?
No.
You don't?
No.
Wow. Why not?
It's such a step down to me. I've always seen Madrid as a step down from like a top Prem team.
Wow.
Always. I understand Madrid comes with glamour and money, lots of money.
Yeah.
But I just feel like Kane always strikes me as somebody who loves the competitive nature of the league. And I feel like that would take some of the edge off of his game. And that's got to do something to you mentally. Because with the Prem, you have to be a lot sharper, a lot more frequently, I feel like.
Sure.
Real Madrid, you could kind of... I feel like Real Madrid could... All of them could put in like 50% and do just fine. Really.
Yeah.
But I think... Yeah, just staying in the Prem, it's infinitely better. I don't see any reason to leave. Yeah, money, sure.
No,
I do see a reason to leave.
Money.
Yeah, money.
Actually,
but that's about it.
This comment that's here is actually a very fair point.
Let's hear it.
We were speaking about it being the Harry Kane show.
Mm-hmm.
Ten Dukai
Mm-hmm.
says, "Who's to say he doesn't want to go to a new team and finally not be the guy that is relied on? He's been talking a lot about team awards and these personal awards not meaning much to him. So maybe he does want to leave Tottenham to not be the guy,
To not have it.
I can see that.
and to just kind of finish his career still at a top level, but not be the guy anymore."
Let me tell you something. A guy that powerful as Harry Kane is, it's very easy for him to turn the England captaincy down and they still love him and not be the he could easily go to Spurs and say, I don't want that. I just want to play. Like, make Højbjerg the captain.
Yeah.
Because they've got a couple of guys who could, Alderweireld, Hugo Lloris, you know what I mean? He could very, very easily. I'm not big on what people say. I'm big on what they do. Everything Harry Kane's marketing, everything has been leaning to him being Mr. Tottenham, Mr. Guy up the road, Mr. I'm the man of the people.
But in a subtle way.
Yeah.
It's not like,
Like, if the marketing had gone to, in fact, he would have probably left by now.
Yeah.
If that was a thing, do you not think 4 seasons ago Harry Kane has that offers? Just like Steven Gerrard, we know he could have left Liverpool and that.
Definitely.
I'm big on what people do, not what people say. Everything I see from Harry Kane says he's loving it, being the guy. I'm not big on what people say. People say lots of things. What do you do? And what he's done is shape himself into Mr. England and Mr. Tottenham. That's what I see. Maybe I perceive it wrong. Because he's not trapped. People are talking like, what, Daniel Levy's put a gun to his head. No. He knows exactly what he's doing. He has accepted those offers openly. Did he not just sign a new contract?
Not too long ago.
Last season. I guarantee you in there, I'm the captain. I guarantee you there's a captain clause. And you know what I guarantee you is in there as well? Highest paid player at the club.
Yeah. Yes.
So let me tell you something about the corporate world. I'm learning. There's a language they use.
You don't have to tell me much about the corporate world.
Oh, you know it all.
Not all of it.
You've run lots of companies.
No, I've come from the corporate world.
But in the corporate world, there's a language.
Right.
But it's quite subtle. You have to kind of see what's going on. Is that they'll never tell you what they expect from you, but they'll give you this thing called money. And when they give you the most of it, what they're telling you is, we actually expect the most from you. But we're not saying. But actually, what they're saying is, we expect the most from you. So when you accept that, there's another side to it. Is, oh yeah, no, I think I'm worth this money. Oh, okay. We expect the most from you. There's a reason why people push back at Paul Pogba so much. You earn the most, do the most. And you haven't been. So for Harry to now go and say, oh, I accept the captain thing, I accept the most money. Oh, no, I don't want to be the man, would be super confusing behavior to me. It would be super confusing. It'd be so muddled.
Fair enough.
That's good. That's good logic.
It'd be so muddled. But Harry Kane, I mean, you got to stay, dude. I can't see a better place for him to go, just from a footballing side as well. It's like they will tolerate anything. When you look at when he's come back, all right, from all these games, and he's playing badly after the injuries, they tolerate 6 or 7 bad games. Do you think Man City's doing that? Chelsea are not tolerating that. You're out. So Harry, you'll be on the bench. You can recover at training. And be honest, if you're him, surely you want to try and get close to the Premier League record.
Yeah.
Which means you have to play every game, right?
Yep.
And I don't know if Pep's putting up with...
Not at all. No.
Because at Man City, 3 or 4 bad games, as we've
You're
seen
done.
the last few years. Exactly.
Done. You're finished.
I mean, look how close the title was those last 2 seasons between Liverpool and City. It was 3 points the season before, and it was really close 2 seasons ago as well. You know what I mean? So,
but not even that. City have an incredible amount of depth, so it's very easy for Pep to, okay, we're playing FA Cup against Barnsley Town this week. Send on the sort of young bloods, and then okay, we're playing Man United this week. Then and even if you play full force against a Big Six club, then you've still got like Kane on the bench, or you've still got Gabriel Jesus on the bench. You've still got this world class bench that they've got. So I don't know.
It's
Kane
tough,
thing's
dude.
tricky.
It's trust me. I've been in environments where I left and I was loved, and I thought I was going to move on, trying to be happier than happy. I just know how men think. People love being loved. Men love. They like to act tough, but they want the credit, and Harry is getting all of it now. And especially now, look how much the fans are on his side. It's Levy's fault. He's loving that. He goes to Man City. By the way, I said it to you the other day. Once you go to an environment like City, you no longer have excuses. You have resources. You have great management. You have star players around you. Then, Harry, we don't want to hear that you missed a chance in the last minute and it doesn't matter. Because at Tottenham, when you do that, no one cares. He said, Harry, look how many goals he scored. At City, Pep Guardiola does not care. Pep Guardiola, and I don't care who you are, you're not going to tell me Harry Kane is half the player that Kun Aguero is. He rotated him at his peak. He was rotating Kun Aguero at his peak apex. Playing Gabriel Jesus this weekend. What? I mean, every fantasy manager knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, unfortunately.
Like, what the hell? Aguero's not playing? Is he? No, not injured. No, it's the Pep way. Harry Kane's never experienced that. And trust me, not being the center of attention is hard for people if that's all you've ever known. It's hard, man. Yeah, it's a tough one for Harry. Harry, eh?
Harry.
Because another level becomes involved. I really think, and I was speaking to somebody who's currently still playing in the Premier League the other day about like a guy like him. Again, it happened with Rooney. A lot of people wondered why Rooney stayed England captain so long and played for England so long. There's a corporate side to this. If you're the England captain, there's other levels of negotiations that are happening. You're not just another dude moving. When the England captain moves, he must be going to the right place. Do they want him at Man City? Do they want the England captain at Chelsea? I'm not sure they do. And I know it sounds crazy, but the blue blood clubs are Man United. The blue blood clubs are Liverpool. Those are more your English clubs.
Sure.
And I was talking to I was kind of joking with this guy, and he said, hey, you might be onto something. Because I just, you look at the FA, how corporate they are. Chelsea has a Russian owner and a way of doing things, and, and Man City has a way of doing things, and the money and the glamour, and the English don't like that. The English just do not like that. So I think it's why they struggled with John Terry as skipper. That Terry thing never quite felt like England, you know what I mean?
I agree.
What in the England squad?
The fact that he was captain was never quite.
Yeah.
With Rooney, he was everywhere. With Terry, it was never quite. He was at Chelsea, dude.
Felt bizarre.
Yeah.
Like when you've got Lampard and Gerrard on the field and Rooney at stages when he wasn't captain, of course. It's just, it felt... I thought I was the only one who felt that way. Thank you.
Because they never embraced it.
Yeah.
England is all about... Listen, the British are about tradition, our way, doing it our way. And we have to be honest, that's Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's why Gerrard was perfect. And it's United. It's why Rooney was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
No, think what you will of Rooney. So I think Harry has a lot to think about beyond just what I want. When you go to that level, and he knows it, and by the way, they are making it very clear to him. Let us know what you're doing, because we need to prepare. As the FA, because he is the face of English football, right now.
Yeah.
Rooney's gone. I can't think of another player who I would consider. Raheem Sterling doesn't have the personality. As much as he's... I don't love Sterling as a player, but as much as some people do, I think he's okay, he's serviceable. But he doesn't have that thing. Like Harry is British and the lad and Harry,
Jordan Henderson had the captaincy for a while.
You see, again, I don't know about him kind of fitting into the corporate thing. I don't think he has the personality. Like Harry's the cutout. Jordan now came out against the corporate world. He led that the captaincy thing against the Super League. I know people think it doesn't matter. The FA don't love that. We don't need that. You're not corporate hate. And we've seen it in this country recently. Controversy. They cannot stand it. I think the Terry thing might have been that. Rooney was also never quite... It was never Beckham, right?
Yeah.
It was never Beckham. It was never Gerrard. That's what we want. We want the cutout. We're a corporate company. Corporates cannot abide chaos. And Harry going to some other places could be problematic. And I guarantee they are having those conversations with him now on some level. Like, we're going to shape how this thing goes. Because he's too important to money, dude. And I think you made a good point, dude. He goes to Real Madrid. I think that's a big problem for the FA. And I think they find a way not to make that happen. How much money do you actually need?
Yeah.
To keep him at Tottenham. And listen, ultimately, it's a great story, right? It's why everyone loved Gerrard as well. It's a big part of the narrative. Stay, loyalty. The British love these narratives.
They really do.
It's the boy.
Come on, Harry. Garabo.
Mm-hmm.
I got Netflix, dude. I'm not sure. You haven't been here since I got Netflix. Huh?
I have. I recommended Uncut Gems. I remember that. Adam Sandler, Netflix. Yeah.
What else do you recommend?
On Netflix.
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
What's the Spider-Man movie again? I was actually going to phone you about this.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
There's a hyphen between Spider and Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse. I'll let Google take care of that.
Just so you know, we
Spider-Verse.
we spoke about him getting Netflix on the show yesterday. He never took a single note when I told him what to watch. Just saying.
Okay.
I mean,
I just feel unimportant.
and just before we have an intermission, Karabo, what would you give Uncut Gems out of 10?
10.
10 out of 10.
Yes.
It's the best movie ever made.
I wouldn't say it's the best movie ever made, but it's one of my favorites
It's
ever.
perfect.
I think it is.
Okay.
I'm serious.
10 out of 10.
I've seen it 4 times. I'm very set on my opinion.
Have you seen Sophie's Choice?
Hey? Not yet.
Have you? Wow.
I haven't seen it.
Uncut Gems. Okay, look. It very much also depends on the type of person you
I'm
are.
shooketh.
It depends on the type of person you are. If you go to your movies for escapism, for relaxation, you'll probably hate this movie. Is the type of thing, you know? Like I said, it's basically a bottle panic attack of a movie.
So it's better than Batman. Because I remember you
Of
had.
course, yeah, duh.
Wow.
Duh.
This is huge. This is earth shattering.
This is breaking news.
So Batman's gone from the best film of all time to forget it. Uncut Gems. 10 out of 10. Karabo.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's the directors, their style, the Safdie brothers. I discovered them through a movie they did in 2017 with Robert Pattinson called Good Time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, they have this really interesting way of portraying New York almost. It's like Scorsese-esque, and I hate throwing that around. I don't like doing that.
It's a bit of a douchebag movie thing to say.
Hey?
Like Scorsese-esque.
I mean, have you seen Taxi Driver?
No, the question is, have you seen Taxi
Yes,
Driver?
of
Because
course.
I'm walking.
Of course, I've seen Taxi Driver. But my point is that
James, that was a
Good
Taxi
Time-
Driver reference, by the way. Robert
I
De Niro
know.
pushes the
Very-
taxi.
yeah.
That was unscripted.
Didn't know that.
Which one? No, the unscripted bit is when maybe they're both. There's the bit where he's talking to the mirror. Are you talking to me? You talking to me?
Oh,
Yeah, that's improv.
I didn't know that. I know
That's
that the
improv.
I'm walking here thing is unscripted.
My point here is, are you saying it's better than
that's just
Taxi
a Brooklyn
Driver?
That's a New York stereotype.
So it's
man.
better than better than
no,
Taxi Driver.
No, that's not what I was getting.
it's better than Raging Bull.
I wasn't saying that. I was saying it's Scorsese-esque in. If you've seen Taxi Driver,
10 out of 10 he
he
gave it.
portrays New York in like this very neon-filled, gritty, disgusting place. Kind of. That's how Taxi Driver's done. You know, you see it through the lens of Travis Bickle, Robert De Niro. And then when you see how the Safdie brothers do it, they, especially in Good Time, because that movie takes place in one evening,
Mhm.
one night. It's about a guy trying to break his mentally challenged brother out of prison. He's in Rikers Island, of all places. So that's the whole synopsis of the movie. And their style is very influenced by Scorsese. I haven't seen someone paint New York in a way that they have. Really.
You been to New York yet?
Hey?
Not yet, huh?
No, but they do it in like such a way that it's like it's in breathing, living color. That's the thing. If I haven't been there, but it feels like an actual. It doesn't feel like you're watching a movie. It's just the way that they do it. They do it very verite, run and gun,
Yeah.
not mockumentary, but
I see what
documentary
you're saying.
style
Yeah.
shooting. Like
Okay.
I know for Good Time, let's say the opening scene takes place airport. They had premise to shoot in that airport, but they decide to like, let's hide our cameras in between bags, in like stores and stuff. We'll have people looking at the camera, don't care. It just makes it more grounded. They do this interesting blend of documentary filmmaking, because they've done documentaries before, and narrative filmmaking. And I think it's really interesting. And the music is a whole, I can speak about the soundtrack of that movie for an hour.
We don't
It's
have the
that
time.
good.
I mean,
I
it's a
understand.
sports show.
No, I'm just saying to just, yeah.
It's a metaphor. You didn't actually mean an hour.
No,
You-
I did.
Oh, you literally could speak. Wow.
That
It's pretty
soundtrack.
small talk, James.
No, that soundtrack. I need
Sounds
to
like
buy.
it's a me.
I need to buy that soundtrack. Really, it's its own thing.
So
fantastic.
music soundtracks are big talk because that's something you're willing to talk about.
In film,
Scores.
scores. If they're applied, I mean, if they're done well,
Then
done
it's
well.
big talk.
Yeah, and I think the one in Uncut Gems is done so perfectly. I don't know how he didn't even get nominated for an Oscar, but
Have you
the
seen?
Oscars. So.
This is the last one I'm going to ask
Stupid.
you. Have you seen Citizen Kane?
No, because I intend on watching that and Mank, which came out last year, which is a movie written around the writing of Citizen Kane on the same day.
Mm.
So then I'll watch Citizen Kane, And if I'm in the mood to watch a movie for the rest of the day, sometimes there's a movie so hefty you need time to just let it marinate and all. But I intend to watch those back to back, same day.
Because you got a bit of a thing on your hands here. Once you've given this one 10 out of 10, by the way, do you know 10 is the most you can give out of 10?
Yeah. You don't say.
You can give 12.
It doesn't make sense.
It does.
That's on a different rating.
You know, and the thing is,
You can't get more than 100%.
It's above perfect.
You know, I think about like Uncut Gems specifically. I think about it a lot because my rating, it always fluctuates between, it's like a 9.5 to 10, because sometimes it really hits a spot, but other times you just feel a 10, you know? Like the story might be perfect, the acting might be great, everything might be perfect, but it just doesn't feel like a 10.
If this isn't the best
Sometimes.
movie that I've ever seen, have you seen Godfather? Any of them?
No, not yet.
10 out of 10. That's
I'm
100%.
I'm
That's the
very
most
serious.
you can get according to sort of Earth math. Because you might be a little bit alien. I don't know what you guys at Mars might be up to. James, you haven't thought about that.
You have put that thought in my mind now.
You see what I'm saying?
So like a 10 out of 10 on Mars could be like a...
A 9.87.
Yeah.
But
Or
they're,
it could
they
even be
only
like a
round
1.
up. They only do whole numbers on Mars.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Okay, well, I'm actually scared to watch it now because you know why I'm a bachelor, James? I'm going to let you into my life a little bit.
I'll tell you. It's because you haven't found the love of your life yet.
Not wrong. Any other reasons you were thinking of?
You are not in a relationship, which essentially by societal standards makes you a bachelor.
Sure. Also true. Well, let's make it a nice number 3. Any other reasons?
You have disgusting habits that no girl is attracted to.
Sure. Hey, you would have to say the evidence, even though when I go home, I'll cry into my pillow. 600 thread count, by the way, just got new pillow covers. Cry a little bit later into that. You've hurt my feelings a lot, but it's true. Like Garabo said earlier, don't care if you hurt. It's true. So those 3 things are true. Actually, I'm not even gonna give my reason. Actually, those 3 things are why I'm a bachelor.
Did
So
I
I'm-
just hit the nail on the head? Huh?
No, perfect. Did you hurt my feelings as well? Yes, very much so. Am I going to go home and cry into my 600 thread count pillows? Absolutely. White, Pakistani silk or Pakistani cotton, if you're asking. They've been making cotton for,
I was
for
just
6,000
about
years.
to ask.
It happens.
I was.
I can see it. You're probably going, I wonder what kind of cotton he has.
Sure. That is
Pakistani.
insane, huh?
Thanks for asking, Garabo. Pakistani. It's so. Oh, 600 thread count. I've been saving for months, by the way, James. When I got it, I thought, because when you get really nice sort of bedding, is you have to wash it before you use it, right? And I washed it and I thought, the lady told me exactly what to do. But, I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be a nightmare. Turned out perfect. Once you get 600 thread count, James, it is glistening, by the way. I cannot wait at night to get into bed now. I cannot wait. And tonight is going to be better because I'm going to be crying because James told me I've got revolting habits. But it's true, James. Don't take that back. That's the reason I'm single.
Hey, I'm a truth broker.
You are. And you and Karabo very much. You don't care if someone's feelings are hurt. Karabo said that earlier verbatim.
Well, I do. Karabo just...
Well, you
does-
don't because you kind of just hurt my feelings and you just moved on. Even though you were right. You could have been a little softer, but don't.
When did I say I don't care if your feelings are hurt? Jeez.
Oh, here we go. I mean, Karabo, I don't want to get into what you said, and we'll listen to it after the show. Do you remember when he said he doesn't care if he hurts people's feelings at the beginning of the show, James? But I don't want to get into it now because we have to go to an intermission. Karabo, we can't spend the whole time.
Sure.
You're always changing your mind. Batman's the best movie ever, but Uncut Gems gets 10 out of 10. It's so confusing with this Alex Iwobi, you're looking like Karabo. James, let's hug it out here. Let's hug it out. It's we're going to go to a tiny little thing called an intermission. In the break, Garabo probably won't hug us. It'll be offensive, but he'll be fine with it. He'll roll on. James, looking forward to giving you a fist bump in the break. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yay.
this show is called the MKT Show. See you in a bit.
Yep.
But now, so tell me this. You were saying earlier in the third one, they changed it to another dude. Because I don't really recognize
Okay,
something yet.
so it's the Tobey Maguire movies, which is 2000 to 2006 or 7
How many did they do with him?
trilogy.
Okay.
And then they took a break, and then Andrew Garfield, which, yes, there are more British people playing Spider-Man than American people playing Spider-Man, which is hilarious to me. And then he got 2 movies. We don't speak about those. And then now we're on Tom Holland, who playing Spider-Man currently.
Stinkers, the ones we don't speak about.
But there
are a few stinkers.
They're different Spider-Men. So
yeah, completely different characters.
One of them is the Amazing Spider-Man, and then the
Andrew
other 2
Garfield.
are just normal Spider-Man. So it's different Spider-Men. It's supposed to be like different Spider-Men from different Spider-Verses.
Oh, I see. What? And the Amazing one, what's his deal?
What do you mean? What's his deal?
I mean, did
Well,
he open
you
a
have
smoothie company? Why is he amazing?
No, you have the Amazing Spider-Man, and you have Spider-Man, and you have
It's just a different
There's
title,
like
ultimately.
different Spider-Verses, and there's different Spider-Men and Spider-Woman, and
Did they get bitten by different spiders?
yes, they're in their own universe.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, so Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, those are very standalone things. The current one is in the greater Marvel franchise. You're aware of those. And yeah, but what's happening now, it's the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
And then the second Spider-Man 3 movie.
Yeah.
There's gonna be Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland together.
The MKT Show. Welcome to it, sports fans. A show named after me, a show which will discuss anything from sport to movies that are a 10 out of 10. Perfect. A scintillating Sandler is what Barry Ronger might say. Now, there are people on this planet who are busy. They're working. They're grinding. James, they're taxpayers.
Taxpayers.
People like Karabo. They don't do small talk. There's
People
no time
like Karabo don't do... I'm being a hype man is what I'm doing.
I like it.
Okay, keep going.
They get to work.
Get to work.
They're the first people there.
First there.
Last to leave.
Last leaving.
And what they're saying every single day.
Every day.
I hate my boss.
I hate my boss.
Doesn't appreciate me.
He doesn't.
My work colleagues don't appreciate me.
They don't.
But I can't even listen to the MKT Show live at work because I'm busy doing everyone's work.
I cannot because everyone's work.
Where can I listen to it?
Where?
This is
Where
what
can
happens.
I listen to it?
I'm a single woman.
Single woman.
Big city.
Big city.
Rebuilding myself.
Rebuilding.
I don't need
myself.
men in my life.
I don't need no man.
What I do need
I need something.
is the MKT Show.
The MKT Show is what I need.
Where can I get it? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm lost. I need it. You can get the podcast. It's available.
Available.
Very much.
Very much
It's
available.
like me and Karabo right now. We're both available.
It never runs out of stock.
Does not. That's quite
he
right.
speaks for himself.
Karabo unavailable. So Karabo's actually unlike the podcast.
Unlike it.
He's the opposite.
Polar.
You're the best hype man ever.
I know.
You're the best hype man ever. James Jimbo Lingsley. Folks, if you're looking for the podcast, the MKT Show is available. CliffCentral.com, Cliff Central app, Pocket Casts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. By the way, if you're on Apple Podcasts, please rate us. Please, I wish they'd add a 6-star because I want 6 stars. Not greedy though. Give me a 5-star. Give me a comment. Maybe, James, they're saying, don't do small talk. Or James has douchebag glasses. Or, James, is that a wig on your face? Because that beard's always looking fantastic. You know what I mean? These are the types of things that people are saying.
100%.
They'll be going, hey, when did you get Alex Iwobi on the show? You know what I mean? These are some of the comments that might be. You know what I'm saying?
I have one. Midnight snacks should be accepted more in society because there is actually a light in the fridge, which means when you open it when it's dark,
Yeah.
you can see what's going on. Midnight snacks should be accepted by society.
Shout out to that. Karabo, are you a midnight snacker?
No.
Do you eat in your bed?
No. Ew. Oh, no.
Ew, that is disgusting.
No.
Why not?
I don't want crumbs getting on my
Ew,
sheets.
dude, that's gross.
Because if I wake up and I make my bed and I dust my sheets and I do all that, it's a one and done thing for the day.
Nice.
I don't want to do it again. I'm only in my bed when I wake up and when I sleep. Or when I'm depressed. Yeah, that too.
What do you think of? Yeah, no, that too.
Yeah.
James eats in his bed, and before.
He does.
Well, let me just tell you before you respond to that.
Okay,
Guess what his excuse is, and I'm sure you've heard this from lots of people.
go for it.
Says, I'm not a messy eater. What are your thoughts on that?
You're not messy enough that you notice.
It's so. Thank you. Like who on earth? If you've eaten blue Doritos before, those things are so delicious.
Yup.
There is no good way to eat those and not be a monster about it. There are crumbs, right?
Yes.
James, you're a monster, dude. But these are some of the comments that people can leave. James is a monster.
This man is 4 years older than
Yeah,
me.
he's a child. Or
What do you mean?
What you could say is, James, are you an overgrown child like Robin Williams in that movie?
I just feel
Was it Jack?
utterly
I'm not sure which
disrespected.
one you're speaking about.
I feel utterly disrespected.
Do you know the film with Robin Williams, R.I.P., where he was the overgrown child? I think it was called Jack. He had the I forget what the growing disease is, but he was Robin Williams' size, but he was 8 years old. Oh, you don't know the film?
No.
Yeah,
No,
long
no,
time
no.
ago.
That sounds. I need to watch that. That sounds insane. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, before Instagram. It wasn't as dark as you think. I think it was like a light comedy. But it was a long
Yeah.
time ago. Somebody in the comments will tell us what that movie was called. Robin Williams as Jack. I think it was called that. James, are you that? Are you an 8-year-old in a man body right now? Eating in your bed? What kind of monster are you?
No, I feel utterly disrespected.
Let's
That's
hear
what
it.
I am right now. Karabo said, this guy's 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I
And
am.
you're performing like an 8-year-old.
Incorrect.
Oh, have you stopped eating in the bed?
No.
Wait.
Clearly.
Wait.
Oh, is that a separate issue?
No, because we had this conversation, right?
Uh-huh.
I remember we had the conversation
Uh-huh.
about the eating in the bed, and I think we had this conversation when we were still in that studio.
Sure.
I could be wrong. Anyway, Krabble's made me lose my train of thought because he pointed at the thingy. Where was I going? Oh, we had the conversation. You asked me if I ate in bed. I told you not always.
So
And
yes.
then you took it as
So yes.
I do it every night.
No. When you say...
Also, you didn't let me tell you what I eat in bed. It could be...
Tell me a neat snack.
I was trying to think of a neat snack.
I'll tell you.
I can.
Are you just having plain hummus with a spoon and a tray in your bed? It's the only way you're not having crumbs.
Biltong's relatively
Get
crumbless.
out of here. Get out of here. It is not. You're spilling it. You're dropping pieces every now and then because you're so into
Speak
the
for
movie.
yourself.
Yeah, same, bruh.
Oh, what's happening? What when you break Drovos or Biltong, you think there's not shrapnel going onto your bed?
Why would you break biltong?
That's a good question.
What kind of biltong are you monsters eating?
Well, if it's the sliced pieces, it's small enough to fit in your mouth, bro.
So you've never... James, you strike me as the, like, I need the whole, like, lot of biltong in my mouth guy. Tell me you've never dropped a piece of biltong. And I know it's happened, and I know it's been in you. Tell me I'm lying.
I'm not
And Karabo, you'd be lying as well.
I don't really have much biltong, so.
Oh, so you
it's
know...
like, I have it like once a year.
So you can't add to this conversation.
No.
James, you know what I'm talking about, and you're a monster. If you say no and you're lying, you've dropped... Where you go for the big one, because what you do is you go, oh, you have that one there. You know what I'm talking about? If people can't see it, James, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And he's definitely dropped biltong before on his bed into his oil patch, and he's like, ugh,
No,
James.
no, it hasn't gone that far. But I am that guy that does like the mouthful of.
I'm fully aware of what you are.
Yeah.
And you're a monster, is
I am
what you
that
are.
guy.
But you're a good guy. You're a good guy. And Karabo, of course, he likes to make his bed once. James, stop eating in the bed. It's driving your lady crazy. She may or may not be real, but it is driving her crazy. I mean, you've got to stop it.
I never.
As soon as you say sometimes, it
I'm
means you do. Stop it. It makes you a monster.
I'm not investing
Also,
anymore.
a neat snack is a banana. There you go.
Or
Even then,
yogurt.
the string-
Yogurt's a neat snack.
No, because, again, spoon, mouth to... There's so much that can happen. Have you never spilled yogurt on your top
Bruh.
before? Are you telling me never once have you
Dude, I'm not 8. I know how to use a spoon and a bowl, and I know how to eat yogurt
This is
without
the most
messing.
ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So that would mean that you've never spilled food, because if you're saying, I know how to use these utensils, like yogurt is one of those things. It's like edge of the plate. Plus, you're watching a movie. There's lots of dynamics. And you know what the hard thing about being in bed is you're in the worst body position in the world. Every now and then stuff happens, right? The phone goes off. The charger's too close. My phone's dying. I got to charge it. I lean across. Oh, no, I had the yogurt on here. You know the circumstances that arise in there. It's not just about spoon to mouth. There are so many situations. Hey, do you know what I'm saying, James?
I'm not investing
But you
anymore.
do know what I'm
not.
saying.
I'm not.
It's because I'm right, and James knows what I'm talking about.
I'm not investing.
He knows exactly what
I
I'm talking about.
refuse.
Guys, let's move off you guys.
Thank
I want to tell you
thank
about some
you.
trauma that happened in my life
Oh, no.
this week. Serious trauma.
Oh.
So every 2 weeks, I have somebody come to my house to adjust my body because I train hard. Whoa, let me just tell you the whole
said,
thing.
we...
Just my body. I train hard.
Right.
I'm up and at 'em every 6 days a week. Training
Right.
hard. I'm in the gym. I'm running, hitting the road. You know what I'm saying? Staying in shape. Last week on Saturday night or Sunday night, or this past weekend, I received the longest WhatsApp ever
Okay.
from my body guru, who's been with me for 2 years, and she is a magician, by the way.
I'm
'Cause
sure she is.
I've never felt this good. She's so good. She works with Olympians, and I didn't realize this. She's so humble. Like, she works with the really top athletes. And she said to me, my husband just got a job offer, and they are literally leaving at the end of this month. I now have nobody who can come and adjust my body for my training. This is my reality right now.
Well, hey, man, don't look at me.
No, I wasn't looking at you. I was expecting some empathy. The fact that I'm going to be walking around like the old man that I am now until I find a new body guru. Both of you guys have no idea what that means. You have no idea what I'm going through right now.
No.
Not at all. Not in the slightest.
I have no empathy for you. I'm
Don't be-
kidding. I do. That does sound like a terrible time. It is.
Don't be proud of your ignorance.
I was about to
No,
get
Karabo, not you.
empathetic.
You're being empathetic. Karabo is not being empathetic.
Allegedly.
But tell me, what were you saying?
You know, I see you're going through a time. You've had this routine.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, you can rely on this lady to.
2 years for 2 years now. She's been unbelievable.
There you go. You can rely on her to make you feel good.
Great, not good.
Sure.
Great,
Sure.
great. And she tells me, "Hey, you need to do this.
Hey,
you need to do
the
that."
sweet nothings that you guys whisper in each other's ears. Don't need to hear it.
Professional, actually, very professional. And you know what I like in terms of sort of practitioners? We're not friends here. It's why I like to try and seek out people that work with elite athletes. Let's get down to it. Let's I like people that are, hey, do this, get it done. If you don't do this, here's what's going to happen. I don't like you should be nice to yourself. No, doesn't work for me. I like those, and she gets on my case. Have you done this? I told you to phone so-and-so. They said you haven't phoned them. Yeah, like, that's what I need, right? It's so hard to find somebody who's competent and actually good at admin as well. She's really good at like following up. Once you find that in your life, James, you find somebody in your life who is competent and is good at admin as well, and it serves you. Pitch up in my house like clockwork. She knew, follows up with me, Hey, are you comfortable at this time? We had a whole thing. And she, top class. The adjustments, everything. Body guru.
It's an opportunity for you to grow.
Man, it's good Instagram psychology right now. I mean, it's absolute nonsense what you're saying. But I can't say you're wrong.
I'm not empathizing with you anymore.
No. Listen.
I tried.
James, I'm projecting. I'm not representing. This isn't my best self right now. I just lost a body guru.
Oh no.
You lost.
Oh, no. Having said that, she was a booty guru as well, because she was on the glutes. She gets the finger in there. Yeah, on the glutes. Got it. Because listen,
In where?
in the booty.
Mm-hmm.
Got a problem with the finger on my glutes?
No complaints.
Why would you not let somebody put a finger on your glutes?
Not at all. No, not complaining.
Oh, so you would?
Hey,
You
yeah.
into that kind of action?
Hey, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Finger on the glute guy. Who would have thought?
Go for it, man.
Finger on the glute. All right. That's cool. Garabo.
Finger on the glute. You beaut. Yeah, let's go.
Bars.
Whoa.
Finger on the glute. You beaut.
No, you don't deserve a clap.
That's awesome. That's bars.
Wait, what was the bars?
Finger on the glute. You beaut. Rhymes.
You came up with those bars, huh?
No, you just did it now. I saw.
Yeah.
It's a.
Yeah.
Say it
James.
one more time.
No.
No. It's
I was gonna do the clap for you.
James.
Leave
We've
it.
moved
Clap's dead. Clap's dead.
Listen,
Messed it up.
James, you don't know this because you're young and hip like me.
Wow.
It was off the top of his dome. It's what we say in the rap game. Hey, Karab. You, me, Alex Iwobi, possibly the same person.
I'm not sure where we are.
So when you because he freestyled,
Right.
like us cool kids, we say, "Hey yo, that was off the top of his dome.
Oh.
Dome is his head,
Oh.
top of his head. It was
Off
freestyle.
the top of your dome.
What the hell happened to Saint Stithians that you don't know this?
What do you mean?
No, like how'd you go through high school? Are you telling me like there was not like one rap battle at Saint Stithians over 4 years?
Rap battle at Saint Stithians.
Let me. No,
I-
I'm stealing this.
no.
I'm
Here's the
stealing
thing.
this now.
No.
It's my turn.
Because
Wait.
they have I've been through a few at Crawford of all places. So yeah.
But, you don't have uniform at Crawford. Let's not compare.
Sorry.
I hate to insult Crawford, but do me a favor.
Yeah.
The
Sure.
nerve to compare Crawford to Saint Stithians. I like the mandem and hanging out with the hip hopper
Jesus.
nights.
I should mute your mic for saying that word.
I mean, do me a favor.
The rap battles at Saint Stithians.
People were in class and
First time
learning
for
how to run the
everything.
country.
First time for everything.
But it's Crawford. Listen, give him a break. You went to AFTA as well. I mean, both of you, I have very little respect for either institution. You know what I mean? Saint Stithians' real place, though.
True.
I went for 2 years.
I like that
I
he
went for 2 years.
the fact that he compared Crawford to Saint Stithians is one of the greatest things. We need to clip that.
Go for it.
I like that you think Crawford and Saint Stithians should be in the same sentence. That's awesome. That is awesome. You know what? It's a new world. Today, hey, James, I know a lot of your drum circle friends, and Karabo, you're a hipster. You probably would say something like this. Everybody says COVID changed everything. You are wrong. Today, Karabo changed everything. Pandemic year 2, 26th of May. Karabo changed.
Nice. Good job.
Turn that nonsense off.
What a time to be alive. I honestly, I didn't think I'd be in this lifetime and hear Crawford being compared to Saint Stithians in my life.
I didn't think I'd be in this lifetime and hear the sentence, didn't you do rap battles at Saint Stithians College?
I never said do. I said, haven't you been around?
No way.
Nah, bruh.
Maybe now, though. It's a different time.
Could
but
be.
Not even in your day, James.
Nah, bruh.
We're busy.
Dude. We there doing our things.
But again, James, you hated Saint Stithians. I hate to say it because they didn't
Wait,
allow you
what?
to be creative. You could have gone to Crawford. Maybe you would have flourished more as a creative. You know.
I loved Saints.
Oh, did you?
Saints was dope.
Oh, the other day you kind of said you didn't feel like you were flourishing. You and Karabo, you don't make up your mind, hey?
No, it wasn't that. It was, there's this huge focus on the sort of,
The butt.
yeah, there's more of a focus on certain pillars than there is on others.
Yeah, you should have gone to Crawford because at Crawford there's just express yourself pillar. Don't even wear a uniform. Forget
Well,
it.
I mean, like the drama department at Saints still excels and wins awards at FIDA and all of those.
Like it matters. It's high school students. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I'm still shook that Crawford is being compared to St. Stithians. I actually don't know where to go from there, but we'll pivot in the business. If you haven't heard this term before,
I mean, it's an all boys school. The hell?
yeah,
Yeah, so much testosterone. You would think that would come up.
no, not at St. Stithians. It's not. There's no. Like your hairstyle doesn't fly at St. Stithians. Like,
Yeah.
because you're talking about expressing yourself. It sounds like.
Hey.
No. You don't go to St. Stithians and express
No,
yourself.
like at break time or something. Jeez, or before school starts. or
No.
something.
It's becoming painful. It's gone from no. And nothing wrong with Crawford, by the way. I for certain people,
I disagree.
and
But okay.
I think you could have gone to Crawford and maybe flourished, James, because there was more those types of schools, the Montessori vibe. I feel like you might have flourished a little bit more there, because Butt vibes are not for everyone. Both of you guys hate Joe Rogan because you said there's too much dudage there. Maybe Crawford. Maybe you guys could have been I don't know, been playing tic-tac-toe or whatever they did at break at Crawford. I don't know. I don't know what they did. Or rap battles. James, you could. All right. Before we get crazy in this, James and Karabo, actually, because Karabo's also here. You guys
That's
probably
us
look at me
sometimes,
and you're like, that guy's so dumb. He doesn't even know how to use social media.
all the time.
Probably he's still talking about getting a TV. Probably still reads a newspaper. Probably Karabo thinks that. Just going, oh, what a dumb old man. Not like you guys. Cool, hip, happening, right? You guys are moving and you're grooving. You guys are, you've moved past just the thought of even watching anything on a TV. How revolting is that? You're all on the social media, right? Karabo's on there. James is on there. James is so much on there that he has his own segment. It's called Social Media with James. James, what you got for us today, pal?
Yay! Social media with James.
Boom.
So, as I'm sure some of you might have heard, Real Madrid, Barca, and Juve are UEFA are opening proceedings with Real, Barca, and Juve
Against them. Okay.
Sorry. One of the things that came out last night was that they could be expelled from the Champions League entirely. I don't know how true that is. It was just sort of one of the punishments they could face, like a fine, Champions League expulsion, all of these other things. So that would be interesting. A Champions League without Real, Barca, and Juventus.
It ain't happening. You better forget it. Listen, I know that UEFA and FIFA think they are everything. Honestly speaking, if Real Madrid, Juventus, and let's say a Man United get fed up, because the thing about rich people, they'll tolerate you for so long. There'll come a line where the Super League becomes a real thing, just because you know what a rich people like is other rich people. They'll always protect other rich people. There's a line where UEFA start to think we're going to punish them. At some stage, all the billionaires are going to go, is this guy? Because you know what billionaires will think is, guys, if they're doing it to us, don't think they won't do it to you. And you know what billionaires will go, oh, flip, you're a billionaire, you're right. So be very, very careful. And also that ain't happening. Who's watching? No, forget it.
Lose too much money
But this
on
is what politicians, they love. This is why you never give politicians too much power.
Yeah.
If you are into history, never in the history of mankind, right, has man and society given power to government and they've given it back. Never. You will not find an account where the government and authorities have given power back to the people after you've given them your rights. So you be very careful of these FIFA, UEFA, and we want to do it for the people in the football. They're politicians. They are cretins. Be very careful of giving up power to pen pushers. They never give it back. And billionaires know that. Forget it. You think Florentino Perez? Probably, I would imagine his family's worth in the trillions of euros. Legacy family built most of Madrid. If you really push those guys, just be very careful, UEFA, because they'll find a way. No way. Crazy that it's even going there.
A little bit, huh?
Isn't it crazy?
That's where we are currently
Okay.
in world football.
Crazy time.
Bit of a funny, interesting story. So I actually I was following Daniel Sturridge on Instagram when this happened. So in 2019, Daniel Sturridge put on his social media that someone had broken into his LA home and stolen his dog. It was on his stories and all of his feed posts and all of that stuff. A guy found it back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And that same guy is now suing Daniel Sturridge. So in all of these videos that Sturridge posted, he said there's a reward for this, and if you bring my dog back, you know, money's not an object, blah, blah, blah. This man is now suing Daniel Sturridge for not giving him the $37,000 reward as promised.
That's so awesome. I saw the video. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
It's not about the money, said Daniel
That's the
Sturridge.
exact. It's sitting in his LA mansion.
So he's suing him, huh?
Yeah.
37 big ones. That's a lot of money, dude. And has Daniel Sturridge come out to defend himself?
Not that I saw. It was just something I read this morning. I tried to find more on it.
You know what it is with some people in life, and let me tell you, in my 20s, I was like this. The hardest part in life, just in general, is getting out your own way.
I thought you were going to say getting out of bed.
Yeah, no, it is. This is hard, especially now. It's cold. Whew. But the hardest thing in life, and I was actually, it's funny that we talking about this. I was talking to my little niece the other day. She's being dynamic in her 20s, but I was a monster in my 20s. But later in life, the first thing I had to do was I had to get out of my own way. Daniel Sturridge can't get out of his own way. I mean, famously banned now, of course, for allegedly some betting and match fixing stuff in Turkey. Again, it's another thing. And the reputation with Daniel Sturridge, I do know a couple of people who know him. He's always had a bit of a big time Charlie thing. Of course, he's part of a legacy family, Daniel Sturridge. His uncle, famously a Spurs legend. So the Sturridge family is well known. I think, and he's got a cousin, Ledley King's cousin. No, one of the kind of big guys. Nice to have Garabo's unbelievably loud bottle back.
I
in the
didn't drop
studio.
it. Get over it.
It's my show. I wish you wouldn't bring it in here.
Can't change the past.
Yeah, Daniel Sturridge.
Daniel Sturridge, huh?
Yeah, incredible. So what? The guy is not paying the prize money.
Yeah, the reward.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable as Garabo bringing that bottle in here. I hope it's the last day he brings it in here.
Absolutely
I can't
not.
stand it on my show.
He said
I
absolutely
can't
not.
stand it.
Does that mean I can bring a coffee in
No,
here
no.
tomorrow?
It's the last day the bottle will be on the show. Yeah.
Apparently.
So it's going to happen. Yeah. Let's move on.
Okay. Go on.
Anyway, moving on
Comments?
very fast. Euros are coming up. I'm going to do the squads in a second.
Let's hear it.
But before I jump into the squads, this is a squad. The best XI to miss out on Euros 2020.
11.
What?
11.
Why are you shouting at me?
Why would you say XI?
Because the heading says best XI to miss out on the
Okay,
Euros.
and you can read Roman numerals.
Anyway, the best
After
11.
my ass.
Best 11, best XI, same difference.
Yeah.
Squad.
Yes.
So players that are not going to the Euros. Like the star players,
Yeah.
not being
at Euros,
selected.
yeah?
Yes. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
That's insane. Sweden, yeah, well, because he's in some stuff. He's got some real problems. And I spoke to a journalist in Sweden yesterday. He's got serious problems.
A little bit of issues,
Serious problems, yeah.
Uh,
Like real problems.
Is it with his betting stuff?
Yeah, and that, by the way, huge problem. This journalist I spoke to, he wrote a book about match fixing in Sweden. Phenomenal book in Swedish football and how much it's a pandemic there. Zlatan's in.
Epidemic, you mean? Pandemic, epidemic?
No, it is a pandemic like in
Okay.
within Scandinavian football actually. Incredible book. Anyway, Zlatan's in problems.
Problems and problems.
No,
and
like
problems.
big. I hope I'm not exaggerating. If what this guy said, I'm talking big problems. Not like it'll be a little issue you can pay away either. Like if Zlatan's not careful here, this is a serious thing in Sweden. They are clamping down and the authorities are not loving it.
Sorry, buddy.
Sorry. No. You knew what you were doing.
Don't do it.
I wasn't really sorry. I was just
Yeah, you were just saying.
yeah.
Sorry, man.
Sorry for
Yeah.
you, buddy.
Social cue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, still got a beautiful wife. He's still really rich. Still one of the most legendary sporting icons of all time. Pretty sure he'd be all right.
yeah.
up front with good old Zlatan, Erling Haaland.
Oh, Norway are not in it, eh?
Mhm. That's a shame.
Centre,
They got a good team, dude.
it's insane.
That's tough. And he probably never get into. He probably have the Ryan Giggs career. Like brilliant, but never go to a major tournament. All right. I went to the Olympics though, Ryan Giggs. Anyway.
Centre attack in midfield, Isco.
Yeah, that's crazy. The fact that you got. How?
Dude, how do you not? Did he play a lot this season?
Not the point. Dude, he's taken like young Rodri. What's the name? Rodri or.
Rodri.
Yeah?
Pedri.
Pedri. He's 18. He's not going to be played. Don't tell me you're taking to teach. Just take Isco. Isco can change the game for you. That's unbelievable. So Isco's not okay.
Milinkovic Savic. That's one person.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and by the way,
Oh, wow.
phenomenal midfielder that he's currently playing at Lazio.
Yeah.
Sensational box to box machine.
Box to backs machine.
Yeah, box to backs to Becker.
Backs to Boris Becker machine.
Bloody brilliant.
Pjanic also in the centre defensive mid.
Yeah, super player.
Then-
Actually, it shouldn't have moved to Barcelona, by the way. Big mistake.
They've got a back five here.
Cool.
Right. Listen to these names not going to the Euros. So it's not like they're not going to the Euros because they live in Nigeria, so they're not part of Europe.
Yeah.
These are names of players that
Eligible.
eligible
Yeah.
to go to Euros.
Yeah.
Okay. Mendy, Boateng, Van Dijk, Ramos, and Wan-Bissaka.
Why is Van Dijk not fit?
Van Dijk ruled himself out.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe we discussed this.
Yeah, but Holland are terrible anyway. They're gonna get smashed.
Wait, left back Mendy. Which one? Furlan?
No. He
Benjamin.
plays. He plays for Mali, doesn't he?
Who, Benjamin?
No. The other one, the
Furlan.
Real Madrid guy. Does he play
Furlan
for
Mendy.
France?
I'm pretty sure he's French.
Maybe. Hey, Mendy for Mendy. I mean,
I'm fairly
There's
sure.
a couple of Mendys in football.
so he's not. But he's the city one's no good anyway. He's shown
Yeah,
That has to be Furlan Mendy. It has to be.
what who didn't make it.
Yeah, that has to be. Why would you list
Which Mendy is it?
Benjamin
It
Mendy?
just says Mendy.
Yeah, there's
That's
too
all
many
it says.
Mendys.
And
A
they're both
Mendy,
left
hey,
backs.
a Mendy. I wouldn't take Benjamin Mendy. He's shown he's not serious about football, dude. And Pep's realized it now. You saw, like, puts Zinchenko in. He was even playing Cancelo at left back. Mendy's done it since Cities. That is incredible. Read the back five again.
It's Mendy,
Yeah.
Ramos, Van Dijk, Boateng.
Jerome. Yeah.
It would have been good to put J here or
No. Well, his
No,
brother's
no.
in the middle anyway. By the way, playing at a Serie A team now with the Mario Balotelli. That is going to be. People think Aubameyang's a showman. I don't know. Do you know Kevin Prince Boateng?
yeah.
Yes.
Get out of here. Aubameyang has nothing on that guy, bro.
The man's cars are. He wore boots once that were the flashiest boots I've ever seen. I'll try to find a picture of it.
I know exactly what
Show
you're
you.
talking about. Kevin Prince.
Yeah.
Wow. He's at the same place as Balotelli now, by the way. Serie B.
Oh, man.
What's happening?
No, there's some club, some billionaire bought a club
Oh,
in Serie
okay.
B.
one of those.
Balotelli and, oh my God. Who's the coach of that? Yeah, the coach needs a coach who needs a psychologist for
Yeah.
that team.
Yeah.
The
Poor guy.
goalkeeper for this Euro team, though, is Jan Oblak, by the way.
Oh, that's insane.
Wow.
Because where's he from?
He is German, isn't
No,
he?
No.
No,
Dutch?
He's Slovenian or Slovakian, I
Yeah,
believe.
one of the two, hey?
I'm not sure.
Yowza.
Wow. Yeah, that's the big one.
That
That's
happens,
the big
though.
one. Where's he
Jan
from?
Oblak.
He's a Slovenian.
Okay, Slovenian.
No,
Thank you.
He's going to have the Ryan Giggs career.
Lol. Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
that's a Euro squad that
The craziest one for me is Isco. You cannot justify Pedri being there ahead of Isco. You just cannot. There's nothing you can tell me that Isco and Asensio are not going, but an 18-year-old who's not even a wunderkind.
So, speaking of,
Sorry, I got carried away.
we get here to the team announcements.
Let's hear it.
Right. So, do you want to do England? You were speaking about Spain. Let's do Spain first. Let's do Spain.
Are these teams or are these the provisional squads?
So England's team is currently the provisional
Is that
squad.
the only?
The rest are actual teams.
Okay. What's Gareth Southgate doing?
Well, yeah.
No, so his reasoning behind it, I read about it, was because of the cup final tonight and the Champions League final also coming up. And he wants to make sure which players are fit and which players aren't.
Okay.
Because
Okay,
Jordan Henderson's still kind of on the fence. Also.
No, but wait. What's going to happen in 2 games that's going to change his mind?
Exactly what I was going to say.
The only reason I would understand it is get some bodies in for training. Like he may know what his team is, but you want a full squad 2-on-2. You want to work on some patterns. Plus, there's probably guys these are probably guys. He's probably he's an honest guy. What he'll do is he'll have a conversation. Listen, you're not in, but you're on the backup list because tournaments have backup lists.
He has until the 1st of June to submit his.
Oh, okay. No, then take your time as well. Also, it's good to get guys in. They like stuff with leadership. You can't tell leadership off the field, but there may be someone where he doesn't realize that you're a certain personality and you'd be handy just on the bench.
Sure.
Eric Dyer, maybe not good enough to get in the team, but what if he's a great leader, lots of guys like him, and we saw the divide in the so-called golden generation where, the United, Chelsea, and Gerrard speaks of it in his book, where they didn't hang out and it was cliquey. Maybe Gareth Southgate, he's a real thinker. There could be that as well. So, fair enough. But I mean, by now, come on, Gareth. Come on.
Gareth Southgate. Huh?
I guess so.
So Spain. Let's go with Spain. Let's get the frustrations out the way, and then we'll move on to. I want to do England, and then I wanted to do any other teams that you guys wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of teams here though. Spain though. So between the sticks, their choices are David De Gea, Robert Sanchez, and Unai Simon.
Okay, so David De Gea,
Yeah, there you go.
which is weird. But they
I thought they have better subs keepers than that.
they've had a... Gee, that's bad.
The defense, their defense isn't terrible. They've got Laporte, Jose Gaia,
Mm-hmm.
Jordi Alba, Pau Torres, Eric Garcia, Diego Llorente, and Cesar Azpilicueta.
Oh, that Llorente is a player.
So not a terrible defense. Midfield is where it's...
Who's the right back there? They don't have a right back, Spain, for the first time in forever.
Isn't Eric Garcia right
Yeah,
back?
but they don't have like a proper one, They had
They did
they
have
had
one.
Carvajal
Yeah.
before.
Midfield, Marcus Llorente.
Also a player. That's the Atletico guy. Phew,
Yes.
serious player.
Sergio Busquets. No surprise.
Ridiculous. Why is he there?
That's why I'm saying no surprise. Barcelona man.
Yeah.
Barcelona team.
That's a
Mm,
vendetta.
There you go.
Yeah.
V for vendetta.
Rodri, Pedri, Thiago, Koke, and Fabian.
Where's Saul Niguez?
No.
Makes no sense. Got an 18-year-old Pedri.
Yeah.
Saul's been the glue of the champions of Spain.
Saul's played well for Spain, huh?
Saul's been Atletico Madrid's
Yeah.
top 3 players this season.
Very good.
But bring an 18-year-old from Barcelona.
This is where it gets questionable. Right. So they're forwards.
They have none.
Danny Olmo,
Yeah?
Mikel Oyarzabal, that guy that used to play for Real.
Yeah?
Gerard Moreno,
Yeah?
Alvaro Morata,
Oh boy.
He's the best they've got.
Ferran Torres,
He's the best they've got. He's he's incredible.
Pablo Sarabia, and Adama Traore.
That's mental. I forgot that he was in there
Oh,
ahead
yes.
of Asensio and Isco.
Wow.
Dude, what are
No,
you
no,
doing
no,
choosing
no,
a
no,
player
no,
like Pablo Sarabia ahead of... Who is Pablo Sarabia?
Sevilla, I believe.
Here's the thing. I don't mind Adama Traore because he gives you a little something different.
He's got pace, dude. He's
No,
explosive.
like they don't have pace and
good.
power, right?
Yeah.
You need something else.
Yeah.
20 minutes, 0-0, break a game open, cross it to whoever, get that dirty goal. But I don't understand. Are you telling me you can't find 2 spots for Asensio and Isco in that team you've just read?
This Sarabia, dude. This makes it worse. He plays for PSG. Dude, you're playing for PSG, bro.
I never heard of him.
No,
Really?
but that's the thing. So he's selected as a forward for the Spain squad,
Yeah.
but he plays for PSG. How often as a
Oh.
forward do you play
How
at
old
PSG,
is he?
bro?
Oh my. Oh wow. Yeah.
He is 29 years old.
I've not seen him once this season. I don't watch Liga in my defense.
He was born
Yeah,
in
that's fair.
Madrid.
So he can't get in the team ahead of Choupo-Moting. Is he like that kind of forward? Because Choupo-Moting was the sub, by the way, of
Yeah.
PSG.
Well, it's said
So he's not good enough to get ahead of Choupo-Moting,
Yeah.
but he's good enough for the Spain team.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that where we are now?
the world champion Spain.
No, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Choupo-Moting
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
better than this guy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's where we are in life currently.
Better question. Where's Iago Aspas?
It's a good question. He's had a
That's
good
all.
season
That's
as
Also
well.
all.
quality
I have to
Spain
say.
player.
So they're the Bafana of Europe right now
Which sucks because I actually am a Spain supporter.
because of Fernando Torres.
It started out during that kind of like golden generation of David Villa, Fernando Torres, and
That 2010 team.
bruh.
That team.
At a stage, they had
Power.
Santiago Canizares as the third option keeper.
Dude,
There was a time when Pepe Reina couldn't get in the squad.
bruh, that was my team, dude.
Pepe Reina couldn't get in the squad.
Yeah.
He couldn't get in the Spain squad.
Dude.
He was not invited to the party. Forget about actually pitching up with the wrong present at the party.
There was a time where we had the first choice Real keeper and the first choice Barca keeper, if I'm not mistaken. Both.
No,
like-
Vitor Valdez, welcome.
Yeah.
We understand you're the best. You play for the best dynasty probably in footballing history.
But
We understand you're doing that.
Meet Iker.
Hey, get to the bench.
Yeah.
Because we know you with the Pep Guardiola guy. You guys have run football for 5 years. Come here. You're going to sit on the bench.
That
That
guy's-
was the team.
That guy's name is Iker. You're in his shadow.
He's a saint. The guy has literally been called a saint. That is insane, dude.
Yeah.
Spain, what's the saying? How the mighty have fallen.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the rain on Spain falls.
Mainly on the plane.
Mainly on the plane.
Yeah. It does. The rain in Spain does fall mainly upon the plane. Okay, that's insane.
Let's jump into England
Mhm.
because there's just a couple of why and why nots.
Is anybody taking England seriously for this tournament before we begin?
No.
I was going
So
to.
you're not, I'm not. You were going to do what?
I was going to.
Do what?
Dude.
You were going to what? Tell me what you were going to do.
Dude. With a defense like John Stones, Kyle Walker, Trent Alexander-Arnold,
Why did you put Alexander-Arnold in that conversation? He's terrible defensively. You know this. I know this.
Ben Chilwell, Tyrone Mings,
Terrible.
Kieran Trippier.
Well, not terrible. Just not.
Let him finish.
And Ben White, who's had a relatively decent season for Brighton this season.
Bright. Like you said, Brighton.
But dude, that is a defense. You always say you don't build teams on attack, you build it on defense. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ben Chilwell, Connor Coady, Ben Godfrey, not a clue, Reece James, Harry
Everton guy.
Maguire. Tyrone
James. England couldn't win when Sol Campbell was on the bench. There was a time when Sol Campbell was on the bench for England because they had John Terry and Rio Ferdinand. Don't tell me about Ben White. Sol Campbell, the invincible Sol Campbell. Let me tell you, Jamie Carragher couldn't get in the England squad. That was the level England were at a stage. They couldn't win. Tell me about Ben White.
Bruh, England have talent, bruh. They
Where?
do.
Where?
They do.
Where's the talent? Okay, sorry, go on. Who's in the midfield?
Their midfield, Jude Bellingham, fairly decent season.
18, not sure about him.
Jordan Henderson, injured, so might not even make the full squad. Jesse Lingard, phenomenal season.
Is he in the squad?
Yeah.
I'm happy for him.
Mason Mount.
That makes no sense. What half a good season at West Ham gets you in the squad?
Yeah, welcome back to the squad, buddy.
Hilarious. But that tells you England have no talent. You can't have Jesse Lingard as like in the squad. That's crazy. I'm telling you, that's crazy. He's not good enough to be in a top 6 team.
Agree.
Like West Ham are
Yeah.
like this is no. You can't be putting your hopes on that.
Maybe it's a chance to prove himself, bro.
Is Joe Willock in there? Oh, sorry, you're still going.
Midfield, Jesse Lingard, Mason Mount, Kelvin Phillips from Leeds, I think he's from.
Good season. I don't think he'll get in the squad, but good season.
Declan Rice and James Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse, consistent. So is Declan Rice.
But again, does France have? Imagine you're gonna be going against Conte and Griezmann. Can't have Ward-Prowse. I like Ward-Prowse, but do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Completely.
Their attack.
Are those all the midfielders?
Those are all.
Yeah. That's it. It's,
Oh, I thought you were
it's so underwhelming. It's so underwhelming.
Wait, did Jadon Sancho? Oh, he did make it.
Attackers?
Forwards, Dominic Calvert-Lewin,
I like him. He's good
kind of hit and miss.
and injury prone, but
Phil Foden,
terrific.
good stuff. Jack Grealish.
Good,
Mhm.
good player. I mean, the stuff off the field, leave that alone. He's a good player.
Mason Greenwood,
Yeah.
Good old
Yeah.
Ari. Captain Ari's made it.
Hey, that's
These forwards are nuts.
they got some firepower up top.
I'm not done though,
Yeah.
because there's still Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka,
Yo.
Jadon Sancho, Raheem Sterling, and Ollie Watkins.
Jesus. Okay.
What, so
That's-
Watkins will fall out. Who else was there? I
Um,
worry for
Bukayo Saka.
no. You
No,
gotta have
no,
him.
no. He's not
You
going
gotta have him,
anywhere.
and he must start. He's brilliant. Oh my god.
You know what I think? I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin won't make it. I think they'll keep this forward section the same without Ollie Watkins and Calvert-Lewin, because Foden is not only a forward player, he can
Yeah.
do the whole midfield
But
thing.
who's the backup for Ari?
There's Marcus Rashford.
No, he's the left winger.
Yeah, Rashford's not a striker anymore. You need a Calvert-Lewin also gives you something different. 85th minute, you're down to Spain, just knock it up there. You know, great in the air.
Saka's a right winger.
No,
so
but
that's
Bukayo
not
Saka
gonna work.
will start. Put him on the field. He is electric. Hey, that attack
Do you think that's the move, huh?
is
It's disgusting.
sick.
Wild. You guys laughed at me. Anyway,
Watkins out.
yes.
Read the attack to me again, quickly.
Calvert-Lewin,
Yeah,
Phil Foden,
yeah.
Jack Grealish,
Yeah.
Mason Greenwood, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, Jadon Sancho, Raheem Sterling, and Ollie Watkins.
Greenwood might have to. I'm sorry. He might have to go
Over
because
Sterling?
yeah. Sterling, you need the experience. You can't just have.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Yeah, and Sterling's kind of Mr. Reliable. The pressure, he's dealt with pressure. I feel for Greenwood there. I might be wrong.
I'm biased anyway, so.
I didn't read their goalkeeper
Rashford
selection.
obviously wants to feed all of the kids, so you got to
He
have
does,
him in.
he does.
He's basically the second coming of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You can't drop him.
I genuinely think it's going to be Ollie Watkins.
No, Watkins is out.
and
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to drop much more from the attack.
Sure,
Maybe
that's-
one or two defenders will be dropped.
So the tactic is just kick it forward.
Yeah.
Don't let the midfield touch it, and don't let the defenders touch
Yeah.
it.
Get it? So here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to start at the back with our boy Dean.
I'll tell you what it is. 10, Harry Kane, and with all the arrows, get the ball
Yeah.
to this guy.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that's the tactic.
It's
Yep.
Dean, get the ball to Phil Foden.
No,
You get the ball to Kane.
no
There you go.
instructions. No instructions. Here's the team tactic. Number 10, get it to him. Otherwise, we're screwed. That's what it's. Hey, but that attack. Sancho,
Scary.
who you could have is Bellingham in the. Oh,
Yes, he is.
Bellingham
and then
is
you got
midfield.
maybe Sterling on the left. Jack
Yeah,
Grealish, you got to find him a space.
That's
Mason
what I'm
Mount,
saying, bro.
That bench is going to be
England's
fantastic.
depth, dude.
Who's the holding mid though? They don't really have a holding mid there.
Declan Rice?
Jordan.
Oh,
Jordan
Declan Rice.
Henderson.
I want to be honest. I don't love Declan Rice, but yeah, no, you're right. Some leadership as well.
Jordan Henderson.
If he's
Injured.
fit.
If he's fit.
Sure.
I don't know. I can't get over the fact that Wan-Bissaka is not in that team. That's not okay. I just don't think that. No.
Excuse me?
No. Like you said, Alexander-Arnold defensively is terrible.
But,
And
wait,
Wan-Bissaka fills that void.
no, but hold on. Have you got Reece James and Kyle Walker?
Yes.
Then there's no space for either of them. Because Wan-Bissaka gets a nosebleed as soon as he crosses the halfway line, and Reece James is as good a one-on-one defender. And I do love Aaron Wan-Bissaka defensively. To be clear, I no shade, but you can't have him at the top level because he can't cross.
I
He
feel
couldn't
like
cross the
Aaron,
road. But,
Yeah, he cannot cross a ball to
but
save his life.
him and Trent Alexander-Arnold, I agree with you. But him and Alexander-Arnold, get out.
I think
Okay.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka can't even do a back heel properly.
Yeah, the problem with Trent is honestly, I can't have you on an island. Now we're playing Italy. It's a semi-final, and now we got to babysit you because you couldn't defend a piggy bank with an AK-47.
Okay, firstly, wow. Second, don't think Italy's at the Euros.
Oh, they're not, eh?
Wasn't there that the big? This is the
Oh, was that
Euros
one of
for
the
the
big-
big things. Remember?
Or whoever. Like it's a
Yeah.
big game. It's Germany
France or
now. Yeah. Oh, could you imagine him one-on-one with Kylian Mbappe?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Who?
PG-18.
Trent Arnold.
PG-18.
He'd have Mbappe in his pocket, bro.
What are you talking about? He
He
couldn't
would
even handle
have-
Jack Grealish.
Dude.
Remember when they lost 7-2
Yeah.
with Van Dijk, by the way? No excuses.
Yeah.
He'd
And
have,
you had Gomez in that game, and you had
That's a full-strength team.
it was embarrassing this season for Trent. Sorry, James. I don't think
Mbappe
Trent's
in the
making
back
the squad.
pocket, bro.
Who?
Trent would carry Mbappe in the back.
All right.
We'll see at the Euros.
Let's get
Anyway,
to some comments.
Goalkeepers:
Yeah.
Dean Henderson, Sam Johnstone, Jordan Pickford, and Aaron Ramsdale, who plays
Terrible keeper
for
options as well.
Sheffield.
They got terrible because Henderson's mediocre. and he's probably the best one.
That's where we are, England.
Ugh. Okay, get it to Harry Kane and hope for the best.
That's the plan, huh?
Harry Kane, Jadon Sancho, and Grealish. Those three.
That's
the tactic. I like Gareth. Don't even do a formation. Just find a way to get it to play 8 at the back, and just get it to those three. And hopefully Jesus Christ comes through for you.
God, I just hope there's chemistry, because too often with these England teams, we get gassed, and then they've got the chemistry of water and oil.
But to be clear, I'm not gassed, because you don't win tournaments with attack. They're gonna get pumped.
Yeah,
they're gonna get, like, imagine they get France. Oh, could be a cricket score.
I think they'll be okay.
It's because he's English.
Yeah.
Or Irish. What are you? Oh, it's because your stepdad's English.
Excuse me.
Your stepdad is English, yeah.
Surname is Irish. Stepdad's English. Dad's parents are from England.
So English.
Why would you say stepdad is English? What does...
No, stepdad is English.
Yeah, but step.
Because I have a real dad and then a stepdad.
Yes, but I'm like...
I've heard him refer to him as, James, was that, it is your stepdad, eh? How do you refer to him?
Well, I just call him... I call him by his name, but that's just
what's his name?
Sean.
Oh, Sean from North London.
Oh,
you sound like you're from London. Is he a good guy? Must be.
Fantastic
Yeah, that's
guy.
awesome. Does he treat your mom well?
Exceptionally.
Then he's a legend. Because that's all that counts.
He's the boy.
Like, that is all that counts. Does he treat your mom like gold?
Absolutely.
Then he's a champion in my heart. That's awesome.
There you
Sean.
go.
Love it, Sean. Love it. That's what it's about. James,
Yes.
this has been good social media-ing,
It has been.
which
huh?
may or may not be a word.
No, it's...
Do I look like a guy who lives in Oxford and is constantly looking at dictionaries?
I plead the fifth.
Because you hurt my feelings earlier. You didn't want to do it again. You didn't want to do it again. What a sensitive, thoughtful, forgiving, passionate third favorite son you are. You see what I did there? I turned it around on you at the end.
I was feeling
I
that.
turned
and
it
then
around
just-
on you at the end there, James.
Ow.
I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking we should go into some comments from the people.
Sure.
Got no time.
Oh. Is it?
The show is up.
It is 2 o'clock already.
The time is
Good
up. We do
Lord.
lots of talking on this show. Karabo talks. You talk. I talk. It's a talk show about
Talk.
sport.
I just want to be someone who said talk there.
Karabo, England. Who's your pick for Euros?
France.
France. James.
I'd love to say Spain, but it's not a strong squad, bro. I'm going to be supporting Spain, but my pick to win it, probably France or Portugal.
Does Sean listen to the show?
Yes.
Shouldn't you say England? Because next time you go and visit them at the coast, oh, surprise, surprise, your key doesn't work. If we're not supporting
he
England.
supports Tottenham. We have our rivalries.
Already?
Everything's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but club and country, that's different.
We have our rivalries.
Really? So
Yeah.
he lets you in his house even though you're supporting
Absolutely.
the enemy. France, did you say?
Either France or Portugal.
Listen, France and England don't like each other, James. They fought a war. By the way, if you go to Eton, they on some of the benches, they say this is where the war was won. Because the people from Eton think that they've done everything for the world, you know?
Lol.
That was the war. Waterloo. Go and look it up.
Or is it Waterloo?
Oh! On that note, Karabo, good to have you here. James Ilsley, ladies and gentlemen,
Phenomenal to have me
drops
here.
the mic on it all. Waterloo. Oh man, it's just an honor to be in this man's presence. I can't understand how he's you. I don't understand how your mom's third favorite.
I know.
It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. to me.
Exceptional stuff.
Karabo, next year I want to see you going to your mom's Mother's Day lunch.
No promises.
We'll keep talking about that. No, it's fair enough. That's honest. Ideally, you should go. James, keep making your puns, dude. Good to have you both here. Ladies and gentlemen, you can get the podcast on cliffcentral.com, the Cliff Central app, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. The MKT Show. Before you leave us on YouTube, please click like. And if you don't like this show, well, I don't know why you spent 2 hours here then. What the hell are you doing? Either way, appreciate you. For today, though, ladies and gentlemen, the 26th of May, 2021. It's been an absolute pleasure. And for today, we are the hell out of here.